10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Oracle.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Vengeful spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick. Dire team ban.
Razor. Ten seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Liquid's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Bloodseeker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero. Ten seconds remaining.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, we've got a great one here again, folks. We're getting the last pick, Weeha Invoker.
Yeah.
I mean, is the magic gonna work? I love watching this hero, but I can't help but feel that we don't see a win a lot.
I have to concur. However, They're very comfortable on it, and this is such a 4 protect 1, right? This is just like all eggs into the miracle basket. This should be, this should be pretty interesting. You know, the alacrity going to be thrown at him. They're going to probably have this Weaver go. I would assume maybe an Axe this game. Yeah, this should be a fun one.
Oh, let's see how it goes down. And of course, Liquid themselves with their last pick, the Bloodseeker, another hero that we don't. It's not sort of the top of the list for a lot of the teams when it comes to a hard carry right now. And Mickey on it this game, what does sort of his potential look like? Is it a pretty solid game, or is he going to struggle until he gets the BKB?
The two interesting things that I see at least with it is because it's going to be good versus the Weaver. The silence should be pretty phenomenal this game across the board. Actually, all 5 heroes don't really want to be playing against that Blood Right, and the Rupture. Troll can't control himself. You know, if you get ruptured and you ult it, you're going to just run with that Rupture the whole time. Weaver also never likes to play versus that Bloodseeker either, because you get your thirst, etc. Lots of different reasons. The silence is also really, really good. So yeah, I do like the Bloodseeker pick. Just wondering how it's all gonna come together, as I believe Sin was the one who was talking about a little bit of struggle on the side of Liquid for pushing out lanes. The silence.
Very nicely done it. Level 1 magic missile into the Blood Right, and that should set up for the kill. He's trying to find the angle to roll up, but they're blocking him off, and first blood will go the way of quite.
Ooh, and that gives it to a Razor who's mid versus an Invoker. Probably gonna struggle quite a lot in that matchup, and now you're giving Razor quite a bit increase. He can actually, I wonder if he's gonna go for the Wraith Band, or if he's just gonna, okay, he is. I was wondering if he maybe just rushes for like boots, just to stick on the Invoker and completely crush the lane, because Invoker's so slow. And you know that Invoker's gonna rush boots himself to dodge the link. But yeah, he goes for Wraith Band. Should still be a tough matchup for Weehaw.
And going on why they picked the last pick Invoker, would you agree with what the panel said? Is this purely looking at the fact that you're against these 3 cores, this Razor, Bloodseeker, the Axe, that they want to be frontlining, right? They want to be running at targets. The amount of crowd control an Invoker offers is going to be a nuisance for them.
Yeah, I actually tend to like Invoker versus Axe, because Axe's mana pool is atrocious throughout the entirety of the game. You get hit by 1 EMP, you're out of the fight. So you're likely to get counter-initiated on quite a lot by that Invoker, and I believe that's kind of the style. They have so many different saves and pseudo saves, right? They have Oracle, then they're going to maybe have a Weaver Ags, and then an Invoker Tornado to kind of to cover as well. Yeah, they have a lot of different ways that they have drafted to protect.
Bottom lane, a bit of an attempt onto Insania, but Mickey able to keep him fine and safe, laying down the Blood Right, putting Nigma off, pushing any further on that bottom side.
I like this lane setup by Nigma too. Running the aggro tri-lane, putting the Weaver, just my control, you're on your own up top. We don't want to deal with the pressure lane, and we want to actually apply pressure. This should be very beneficial for the side of Nigma. However, might actually give Boxy a really good start, which I think Sinner also was the one who was saying like he wants to see Boxy off to a good start this game because he's going to be so crucial.
Yeah, they need his setup, they need his catch to be able to follow up on. And ideally they want to get it online before Weehaw has too many levels on the Invoker, and his crowd control and the way that he can break up the fights is at a higher level.
Yeah, and Weehaw already struggling pretty hard in that mid lane. 11-3 to the 3-0. He's got the Wraith Band, and he's going straight for those boots right after, so you see he knows exactly what to do in this matchup.
Yeah. I mean, it is just a very rough lane for the Invoker, right? Because nowadays, you never go Exalt build, you go in this Quaswex, so the right click's already terrible. See if they can finish him off. Mickey getting low, GH able to back off and south.
So, this is like a wand lane if I've ever seen one. Look at the stick charges up on the side of Nigma. They know they're playing versus Bloodseeker, Phoenix, and there's always going to be spells just spammed out, so they're all already built up to what, 7-6.
GH is going to try and go for this. Rolls in onto Mickey. Mickey lays down the Blood Right. They turn the magic missile onto Miracle. Mickey stepping away. The Purifying Flames actually healing him back up, and now Miracle's in trouble. He gets the Whirling Axes, the mischance, stopping Insania from connecting with the hits. Now turns the Whirling Axe slow onto the 3 of them. Another magic missile's out. Insania's trying to finish off the kill onto Miracle, and they'll get it. With the Blood Right hitting, they kill off Miracle. Mickey's able to stay on top and get the second. It's a 2-for-2 on this bottom lane. As it all kicks off, at the end of the day, though, Mickey is going to be the victor, staying alive and being alive for those 2 kills, getting the double, getting a lot of gold and a lot of XP in this lane.
Oh, the courier though, he walks it into GH. He just gives it for free.
He was just too excited, He's like, guys, I just got a double kill in this tri-lane. And it always happens. It always happens after a moment of greatness, and then a courier comes in and dies.
He whips the tornado on twice.
He's still got a plan.
He's dead. He's dead.
Oh, I mean, it's a hard mid lane, and Quoigfers, he's certainly giving him a beating.
You can't miss
on the poor old Invoker.
You can't miss the tornado when he's static linking. He just ran right through it, and got the stick onto him. And now GH bottom.
He's popped the fire. He's got 1 charges available. And we'll pop them now. He's able to back out at the last moment. Turns around, kick the stone back. The Spirit's ticking him down a little bit. Magic Missile into the Bloodbright. Again, it's this combo that's constantly keeping Nigma's heroes very low on this tri-lane.
Oh man, Bloodseeker's just got his own natural form of regen built in because he went for the 1 point in his Blood Rage. So the sustain war is definitely going to be won by Liquid, it looks like, down here for the next few moments. And Bo3 is absolutely maximizing now because of this. He knows he's in that 1v1, so he's just going to be pulling these creeps around into the camps that he can find, if there are any, since he did block the big camp with a sentry. And he'll get quite a bit more farm in mind control doing this. And Bo3's going to have a good game.
Mid lane, Weehaw was able to land the Tornado EMP combo this time round, so not really a threat of Quoik for running him down. There's no mana regen on Quoik for right now. Still, obviously, the CS very hard. Quoik for having those stats with the double Wraith Bands. It's got just enough for the link. Another Tornado's out, but he doesn't quite break it. At the same time, down bottom, Liquid, they'll get one. They might even have a good shot of getting GH. He's got the roll back up in a second. And Sania, can he get in range for the Magic Missile? He can't. This Bloodbright does still connect, but Mickey's not going to be able to dive underneath this town. Again, it really is just the funds that Nigma's having to put into these consumables. You're just seeing salve after salve being popped down here. And as you mentioned, you know, Mickey, he does not need that. He's going to come out on top, and he's 3-0-1 already in this laning stage.
Yeah, and you see the way that he's itemizing too. Look, he's got a bracer. He just wants to tank up, and he knows he just needs to survive the burst damage that comes up from Nigma. They should be able to turn for the kills.
They're going to try and go in on him. He's got the help from the side, but the root does hit. He's going to continue to run. GH with no spells left available. They're both on cooldown. The Bloodbright's going to hit onto GH. GH pops the stick charges. He's trying to finish off Insania. He's not going to be able to get him. Insania will live. It's another kill for this safe lane Bloodseeker. Mickey, 4-0-1. It's just getting better and better for him down here in this trial.
Not looking so good of a start here for Nigma. All 3 lanes looking pretty good for Liquid.
I mean, this top lane, I mean, you said it. You know, if Bo3, he is this player that if you just leave him on his own, he's just going to be able to maximize his farm to an insane level. He's got 52 CS against the Weaver, you know, and this Weaver mind control, he's farming all right, but it's just the fact that Bo3 is getting so much out of here, and no surprise at all there with the CS record.
And he's even stacking the camp for himself with the battle hunger.
Like the efficiency,
he
it
missed
could.
it.
Okay, I was going to say it could be any better. It could be. There's always room for improvement, even for Bo3 breaking records with his CS. But no, honestly, 58 last hits,
Under attack.
eating every wave, eating the jungle creeps. This
I think he
axe
should
is going to be
just-
huge.
I'm tempted to just say rush the blink. I see he has the stick ready, but if he gets such an early blink dagger, that's going to be so good for their team to just set up every single fight, and it's going to come at a really early pace. And that axe versus the thing is axe versus troll, he can dunk through that ult.
Yep.
If he does get set to the low threshold, it's going to be a lot up to the Oracle if he can keep him the ultimate at a high threshold, and then
No, it's definitely, there's a lot of things that Miracle's got to be careful about in this game. It's not a game where you think, oh, it's an easy troll game. It really is not. They've got a lot of counters to it, be it the axe dunk down, the rupture, the link.
Yep,
The attack speed
really
slow.
down.
I mean, they've got all the answers for a troll until the troll has sort of those, you know, sort of mid to late game items. Before that, it's all on Kuro with the saves, and even then, it's still not easy for Miracle.
Yep. He switched to the blink dagger right away, so he's level 8 now on the axe already.
I mean, that's insane. Yeah, because down bottom, everyone's like level 3, level 4, and then level 8 on Bo3. That's ridiculous. We'll see another fight kick off in this tri versus tri lane. Insania looks like he's going to accept that he's going to die. He's running, he's popping the stick, but he's under the tower. They've got it over root control. Nigma will be able to kill the Venge.
Will they get the illusion? They will not. Bully GH with that.
Dude, honestly, Bo3's going to hit 100 CS before, like at a timing that I don't think we've probably ever seen people do so in such a long time.
Yeah,
like, this is so quick.
Soon.
This is insane.
They're just gonna. I mean, everyone's HP pool is gonna be so low. He's just gonna get like 1-2 spins and then dunk over and over again. This is looking amazing for Liquid.
2K lead already.
Weehaw is trying to at least mess with Bo3 here. Maybe some TPs coming in. Okay.
See what they can do about this. EMP, Tornado's down. They'll be able to drain his mana without for GH. They'll have a go at this. Will pop the call, go for the TP out. Actually cancels it there. Knows that GH still has a rolling boulder, so wouldn't have been able to get away with it nonetheless. Tries to stand his ground and in fact kill them with him. And one more spin would do it. He's chasing down GH. He's going to get it. He's now into the trees. He has a Quelling Blade, so he can kind of cut his way through and juke this out. At the same time, Quaitfa makes the move down bottom, kills Miracle underneath his tower. Bo3's still alive. Weehaw is searching, knows that Bo3's solo, has got the cold snap. Bo3 should finally fall there. Tornadoes out there, finally get rid of them. But certainly causing a nuisance and making space. As I say, Quaitfa had the room to step away from mid because there was no threat of his tower being pushed with the Invoker out of the picture. Goes bottom and kills off the carry.
Yeah, you know that they felt like they needed to make him. They're like, we can't just let Bo3 do this. He's getting away with far too much, so they make the rotation. And as soon as they make that rotation, like you said, GH isn't bothering him anymore. So it's a dual lane versus tri-lane, and they can even bring in more rotations. Excellent moves by Liquid. They're very well prepared today. Weehaw does have the urn finished up, at least, right, for himself. So now he can be active on the map too. Get those urn charges up and be pretty aggressive.
But here's that timing. You know, one of the pluses of Bo3 dying here is that he's able to come back out on the map with the Blink Dagger, and that certainly is, it's very likely to catch Nigma off guard. It's very, very early. They would have been aware that he was getting a lot of fast.
Perfect timing for this outpost.
See, who wants to make a jump on Bo3? Blood rights out. He's going to look towards GH, turns over towards Kuro. Back in the river as well. Quaitfa, he's just going to kill Weehaw. What was Weehaw doing? He was trying to join the fight, but Quaitfa says no. Bo3, it does end up managing to dunk down Kuro, and GH just dies to the blood bright.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a mess. It's a big old mess right now.
And Bo3's like, I don't need to farm anymore. Now is this is the best possible situation for an Axe. He's like, I'm just going to go
he's going to get the grab onto Miracle. He's going to need a lot of spins to make this one work. Gets another. He's going to need a couple more. I mean, Miracle, you've got to remember, he's still level 5. He's not 6. TPs have to come in to keep him safe. Mind Control's come over to this half of the map to try and push Bo3 away. But Liquid, you could just feel it. They're just in full control right now.
Look, this Axe has 16 armor. All right, they got the EMP and Tornado.
See if they can finish him. He's got friends, though. Quaitfa and Insania are around. Goes for the call onto Mind Control. Into the Magic Missile. Do they have the burst to kill him off? They do. The dunks there. Bo3, he's just toying with them. He's saying, come and get me. Come and get me. He does not care.
I didn't point this out either, but maybe the best item Axe could have gotten this game. He got an Arcane Ring. And he's playing it versus an EMP Invoker. So gotta have that extra mana pool always and just jump up and go for these plays. That is actually phenomenal luck for him there, but he's been owning anyway, so.
Yeah, and it's the fact that the number works out so perfectly, right? Because the thing that screws him is if you're going on this Axe, he gets his mana drain. Sure, he's getting spins off, but he can't get that finishing nuke off. You get 75 mana from the ring. Dunk, it costs 60, at least at the level 1. So at this stage of the game, he's always going to be able to get the dunk off, despite the EMP being there most of the time. And
I was mentioning how your mana pool on Axe tends to be pretty bad. You throw this on top. Look, he's got 600 mana. That's fantastic.
Was it plus 10 in?
Plus 10 in.
Plus 10 in. That's 1,000 gold worth of it.
And he's going to get another one.
All right. Bo3 has got to calm down. He's got to calm down here. It's just getting a little... Oh, no. Oh, not the time lapse into the blood bright. There's no escape. Mind Control. He is dead. Double kill for Bo3. I mean, we might as well just give him the win right now. This Axe.
This game is gonna be real hard for Nigma to come back in. Only 12 minutes in, but the pace at which Liquid's gonna be able to set right now is gonna be crazy. Like Miracle, he's gonna be desperately trying to look for farm. But like I said, Bo3, he doesn't really have to farm much at all anymore. He's gonna finish up this camp right here because it's double, but it's all about just the hunt. And then that's gonna give Quaitfa so much space to finish a Yule's already. Yule's done at 12, so another amazing item versus the Troll Warlord too. Everything coming together for Liquid.
Weeha's on the hunt top. Tiger is a little low. See if he can try and go for a poke here. It does have the mana for the Supernova though with the stick charges. So we'll be able to save himself, and we are unable to quite the grab on him. Here's the smoke movement.
It's go time for sure. They should just go for fights non-stop. There's no way that Nigma can take any fight.
I'll have some mercy on the poor young Invoker. There's no mercy to be had. As on top of him they jump. The call, the dunk's a little early. It's not even needed. Bo3 gets another kill with the spins. This game is rapidly falling out of control for Nigma. find some sort of way to slow it down, but against the heroes that Liquid have, it's just not there. I mean, we talked about Invoker obviously having the crowd control that can sort of disrupt these sort of plays, but they're just playing too fast on Liquid. The levels aren't there. Weehaw can't turn up to the fights because half the time he's being jumped on before they even start.
Yep, and Liquid's draft overall is just, they have way more team fight in comparison to Nigma's. They've got this Phoenix Axe. Axe has the way to cover the Phoenix, so the Phoenix Axe sometimes in the beginning of the game isn't so strong, but if Nigma does try to actually take a 5v5 fight, they're just going to get absolutely destroyed. They are nowhere near ready versus this Liquid draft. And this is also a draft, as we said, there's triple counter versus that Troll Warlord. So even if Miracle finds some space to farm, there's going to be ways that they already have that address him.
Yeah, it never really feels like he's going to be in the clear this game.
No.
Regardless of if he is able to get items to catch up, he's just not been able to find the space. He's going to go for the Asher into the Battle Fury. I mean, he knows, you know, he cannot itemize for the now. This Battle Fury build, as we're seeing a lot of cores really coming back into favor, and for one of the reasons being that if the game, you know, mistakes are made by Liquid, you are going to at least be farming at a rate that you will be relevant in the later stages of the game, where maybe you stand a better chance of turning things around. Because as for now, 14 minutes in, it's looking pretty grim for Nigma.
Yeah, GH is level 6 now. They're looking for a play.
Another roll in onto Quaifa. Quaifa with the yours. He's able to send himself up into the air, dodge out the MP. The silence is there. The blood ride's down. And now they've got to turn and run, Nigma. They will manage to finish him off with the Shikuchi from Mind Control. They get the kill onto Quaifa, but they've lost Weehaw. Swap to the side. Insania trying to break himself away. Will turn with the magic missile. Tiger looking to get a position. The call. It catches the two of them. The egg. This is going to be successful. Mind Control is trying to get it down. They get it. They're able to do it. This is Nigma with the turnaround. They're able to finish off the egg. Shikuchi forward. They can try for Boxy and Mixie too. Boxy and Mickey, they're the last two left alive. Mickey, he turns though. Kuro, he falls. Boxy and Mickey, they're still fighting. They're still strong enough to just fight them back at the two of them. Another dunk from Boxy. There's Miracle. He's going for the TP out. Oh, the dunk's a little early. Wasn't quite low enough to nuke out. But Nigma, it looked like they were going to make the turnaround happen. They do manage to take down the egg in time, but the problem is Boxy and Mickey are just that far ahead enough that they can tackle them even when Nigma have the advantage in numbers.
It was definitely scary. I was very impressed at the way that Nigma actually took that fight. They were able to kill that Razor super quick because they focused everything on him, caught them off guard. They get the egg. But yeah, like you said, these two, the important ones, staying till the end. Mickey with that thirst building up, he just was able to clean up at the end there.
Yeah, it was having the power of the Weaver with the Germinate and Mind Control is able to do a good job of taking down the egg, and he wasn't caught in the initial call, so him being the main reason why Nigma were at least able to get those kills and make sure that fight was not an entire fight.
Full Maelstrom now finished on Mickey. And Boxy, I believe, that's the Vanguard too? And level 12, so now he has that higher threshold. 25.
Nick, fine with Mickey a little bit. Taking away some of this mana. We are still trying to find the goal to get that Spirit Vessel done. Miracle's farm, Yasha's out. He can continue to proceed towards the Battle Fury, but it's going to take him a fair bit of time.
They're still just looking for some kills here. Ward on the high ground. Taiga will use Fire Spirits. We'll be able to get that one taken out.
I want to try and get the jump on Weehaw. He's poking around the trees. Line's been drawn, Insania and Boxy going way round via the river. Miracle taking the outpost away. On his own though, Boxy already quite the damage. He needs to catch him in the creep wave or in a camp to have a job of bringing him down with enough Whirling Axe procs.
Looks like both teams are content with farming for them. I mean, Nigma, of course, they want to be able to get this time to farm, but Liquid looks like they're okay with this. They're fine. They're okay just backing up and farming. They know that they have this advantage right now. Just trying to pick up a little bit more of those items. Both going for the double BKB, both Quaifa as well as Mickey, which looks to be quite strong this game when you're playing versus an Invoker. If you get BKBs that early, that does, you know, Invoker does not do much of anything.
Is under attack.
So both teams using this time as best as they can. Liquid, even though they have the lead, they're called to work towards the next big item. Halberd coming on Tiger next up on the list. It's BKB, Boxy See what he does decide to invest into next. Already 1,000 gold on top of the Blink Vanguard.
Tiger's expecting something moving up here. He has that ward on the side. He did see GH as well as Mind Control. Looks like he was probably calling to say, like, if they go on me, Boxy, be ready. And Boxy was definitely looking over there. Speaking of BKB, also Boxy going to be going 1-for-1. Okay. So, yeah, triple BKB will be the big time that Liquid's looking for to just probably just steamroll the team fight and then look for a Roche. Because they can take Roche at a pretty good pace, too, on their side.
Yeah, they're going to hit a huge peak of power with those triple BKBs.
GH
shot. Good positioning from Tiger. Blocks off the rolling boulder. Manages to keep him in with the static link. He's burning him low with the sun ray. Let's see if it should be enough. GH, yeah, no rolling boulder for 6 seconds. The sun ray does get put to an end though, and Tiger's getting gone on. He'll get the egg out. Mind Control is able to turn, but there's yours quite far. Sends him up into the sky. Doesn't matter. He's still able to get down and kill off the supernova. Mind Control will manage to take that kill and escape into the trees with a quick TP.
Nice try for the Yules play. That was a good attempt to try to get that egg to pop for 1 trade.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Look like they're trying to get aggressive down bottom here. Koifa leading the charge.
Has been scanned. So Nigma are aware. Miracle's actually going to charge straight into it. Started towards Insania. Koifa pokes at the side, starts to get the link going, but it will be broken. He decides to bail on Insania. They're bringing the numbers down here, Nigma. They'll kill off the Venge. And they're going to be hunting to see if they can catch anything more.
He's actually slowing him down and burning his mana with that diffusal.
Yeah, the rest of Nigma are also coming across to help out Mind Control. Potentially continue to fight into Liquid here. Another Shikuchi forward. He knows there's no Supernova 2, still on cooldown for nearly a minute. As the diffusal slow onto Tiger, will jump to the side, and with the blood right out, the space will be cleared for the rest of Liquid to escape.
Nice way that Nigma actually approached that one there. Just throwing out the scan, and then Miracle just dives forward there, knowing that they can have the rotations, and then Mind Control. They know that the Axe TP top, so he just chased him and drained his mana along the way. Now mid.
Step forward, Magic Missile onto GH. He's getting burst pretty quickly. The swap as well, keeping Weehaw in range. He's used up into the sky. There's 4 of them here. Weehaw cannot run. Jump forward, boxing with the dunk.
Godlike. 10-1 and 2.
Yeah, the king of the game right now.
Oh, and the silence. It actually catches Mind Control up top with the rupture. Is he gonna go down? Yes.
All right.
Monster kill for Mickey.
I mean, that's a pretty big one for Mickey, considering Mind Control. He was kind of the top performer on Nigma's side up until that point. So Mickey getting that solo. That's a huge jump forward for him. Down bottom, Miracle will pop the ult. Liquid able to peel him away. He's too low. Bam! Boxy comes in with the dunk. They'll head over towards Kuro, diving past the towers. Kuro's taken out. GH has got to remain hidden.
This is getting out of control. Its BKBs are now all going to start coming online, and Nigma, even before these BKBs are finished, are having no success with attempting to take these fights. Liquid and Insania even taking out the majority of the wards that I've seen. Yeah, these next few moments are just gonna probably get worse for Nigma. Look at Liquid; they're just constantly chasing. Do they have a dust?
Oh.
Tiger, you had dust.
Oh, did he?
Tiger, yeah.
Oh, he did.
He was too focused on his tome to get the level 12 for his supernova.
Yeah, classic support, you know.
Yeah, he was looking.
A tome. Oh,
yeah.
Poor Tiger. Didn't catch.
They would have definitely had that kill though if he popped it, but yeah, his focus was elsewhere.
I mean, maybe it was the big brain players like, dude, I don't care about killing Weehaw. I'm saving my dust for Mind Control. You know, he doesn't want to waste the dust on the Invoker right now. He knows the Weehar's behind. He's saving it for the bigger stuff.
Level 12 now though on this Phoenix. Let's take a look. So level 12 is the 4 position on Liquid. Let's take a look at the supports on Nigma.
Oh, it's a big jump. It's a big creep wave. They're gonna have the damage to bring down low enough. I mean, he's got no ult. He's got no ult. He's got no safety and no backup.
I mean, these you know, we always talk about Gold League 12,000. The experience disparity is unbelievable in this game. It's getting close to a 20,000 experience
on top
at the 20-minute mark.
It's another catch. It just doesn't stop. Boxy 12, 1 and 4. BKB gold is basically there.
Bring up those hero levels on the side there. Look at that. 17 Razor, 12. Got him.
He does get the kill, but he may just die for this. This time Tiger comes in with the dust. He's not going to mess it up this time round. They've got the Yules to put the rolling boulder to an end. Liquid, they're going to be able to clean up those two as well. 29-10 at just 22 minutes in. There's nothing that can stop this man and nothing that can stop this whole team. As Liquid, I mean, we saw a glimmer of this yesterday in their series. There's just no messing around from Liquid anymore. They are just turning up and they're steaming through these games.
And the way that they picked, the way that they drafted too, right? Like they wanted this Razor, like the way they snap picked their heroes, they knew the kind of style that they wanted to play. And Nigma is just not prepared for this at all. All 3 lanes going successful for Liquid. From the start until now, it's been pretty damn clean.
I just look at Quake's nearly double anyone's net worth on the side of Nigma. Oh, top lane. It's another call, it's another catch, and of course, it's another kill.
Triple BKBs are now finished for Team Liquid. They're coming out on their couriers.
If we can run down Bo3. They've got to kill him, but the tornado, not quite there. Neither is the EMP, as might have to go back to Hogwarts, as this just ain't working out. Oh, will die. Miracle, he's dead as well.
I think we might call it in a second here.
They might just. This was a rough one. I love to see the Invoker, but this hero, it just seems so hard to get it working in pro play right now.
Yeah,
we're seeing a lot of teams try, and they try, but it's never much more than that. It's a hard hero to play.
It's tough because like he has these weird peaks because his laning phase is just not good. And then he's not a wave clear ever, so your mid laner just has no wave clear. So you have to be playing and roaming around, just trying to take fights constantly. I mean, he just died in the lane. He couldn't play versus Razor, who's a lane dominator, and it's just been super clean plays from Liquid all around. 17,000 gold lead, experience above 22,000. This is gonna be painful to watch the next few moments. If you're an Nigma fan.
On mind control. Oh no, be careful. Just stay in those trees. Do not come out. Do not come out. He came out. He came out. He came out. And he died.
Then he's dead.
Should have stayed in the trees. Should have stayed in the trees.
And now mid. Look at Boxy. No hesitation. He saw something. Weehaw.
Quake's got the slow on Kuro. He's diving in on the Oracle. Kuro tries for TPS. Just let me out of here. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, look at top two. Look at they're killing everywhere. They're killing from lane to lane to lane. GH.
It just doesn't stop.
Oh,
the TP!
Oh.
He tried. He tried. Nice try. Nice try. Wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough. Sorry. 3 dead on Nigma yet again. 36-10. It's a messy one to start the day. It really is. And for Nigma, a very clean one from Liquid.
Yeah, they look great. I love this. I really love this draft. I feel like it covers so many of their bases. The only thing that we were talking about is they lack a little bit of wave push, right, on the 2 supports. But when you dominate your lanes and you're able to just play at this pace, you don't really have to worry so much about your supports pushing out lanes because you're just always grouped together. And
there we go.
There, the base is already getting knocked on.
We are. Don't stand there, sir. I mean, he has the false promise back up, so they will at least be able to save him a little bit, but he's going to have a lot of damage coming down on him. They send him up the mules. Insane is inside the base. Weehard dies. He'll buy back. The Supernova's out. This time there's no one in position to hit it. They've just got to run away. It's a dunk onto Miracle. Liquid, they're onto the tier 3s. And yeah, Weehard was just sort of standing there at the front. I mean, he was chilling. Liquid, they've got no chill. They ain't got time for anybody trying to stand there and have a bit of a... it's just a box. It's... Right, let's go next. Let's go next, shall we? It's all... I see. Boxy. In again. Catches Kuro. Mind control. He's looking at Boxy. They do have the silence, but that is it.
They just have to watch. Look at the 2,500 HP on the X with the Vanguard. They don't even have. They just don't have the damage. They just don't have anything here at this point. They're gonna try to hold through it, but
we've seen those numbers. Yeah, Quake's got the same amount of farm as Miracle and Mind Control put together right now.
Yeah, 665 GPM. Pretty damn good. 16-1-9.
I mean, dude, he
asked for much more.
He has the same amount of farm as Weehard plus the 2 supports of Nigma put together. Wait, no, and plus Miracle. I mean, he's got the same net worth as 4 of the members of Nigma put together right now.
Yeah.
At just 27 minutes in as well. That's the thing. This game it's not even late. This is still pretty early.
This is one of the bigger leads we've seen. I mean, it's almost 1 kick.
It's early. It's so early.
Yeah. It's like we said, the experience too. It's above 30,000 experience lead. Now they're just, I mean, they're just backing up, farming. They're just chilling. They got no rush. This game is clean and in the bag for them.
Yeah, we've got Quake for 1,000 away from Satanic. And he's got the status resist stream, having the good old Titan sliver. S&Y Satanic, you cannot touch him.
Oh my god, he is actually going to have all of that already. I mean, they couldn't even hurt him before.
No. They did the once.
They did the once.
One death this game.
Bottom.
Who hasn't died? Mickey hasn't died this game. And I mean, Bo3, yeah, he's only died the once.
Insanio's got the 6 deaths. He's the one who's just like, that's his job.
It is.
Yeah.
That's his job.
Mind control.
Oh, don't show yourself mind control. Stay in the embers. Just stay right there. Battle Fury is done on Miracle. The comeback can now begin.
Step 1 of 10.
Yes. 10,000.
10,000, sorry.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We are. Got the meteor. He wants to clear the creep wave. They're ready for him though, Boxy. Oh, the range creep. It's on.
Boxy's actually, he's heading over towards mind control's area. He wants to catch that bug.
Oh, the scan.
Oh, he scanned him.
Beautiful.
Bug detector activated.
He's waiting. Fists are up.
He knows what mind control's going to come out and clear the wave.
He knows, yeah.
Oh, he's hunting.
It.
Oh, he's got him.
Trees even.
Out of the invis, into the blade mail. Is it enough damage? It's not. He'll still get the time that's off. Goes for the TP out. And that will save him.
Okay.
Mind control will live today.
I mean, Nigma, they know at this point they can't play normal Dota. This is not a game of normal Dota for them anymore. The only way that they can have any type of success in this one is just cutting creep waves and just hoping for some type of massive mistake by Liquid, but it'll take so many as we have.
Got the Essence Ring. And with the Ghost Walk, with the dust, it does catch him. Oh, Boxy tries for the call.
Thirst, they can see him now as
They're
well.
chasing. Run, little wizard, run! Oh. Another kill.
Hey man, Miracle. He showed his face.
He's not going to be fine here. He does have the ult. Does get swapped back. And won't even get the chance to press the ult. He's dead. The slaughter continues. Liquid up to the high ground. They have a fortification, Nigma, to buy them a moment of time. But Liquid aren't going anywhere. Swap back onto Kuro. False promises himself with the damage. It's going to be, there's no maps to be done here. He is dead. He is very, very dead. No buyback available on Kuroki. He's out of game for 70 seconds. Liquid now onto the barracks. Don't have the creeps with them quite at this moment in time, so the racks will live for another moment. Tiger is bringing the bottom wave round. Boxy's on another mission of bug hunting, by the looks of it. Just seeing if he can catch mind control, but mind control's just making his moves straight towards the mid in an attempt to skip the creep wave.
Is he just trying to get courier? Maybe he's just trying to get 9 couriers.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Nah, he's just going for creeps. 9 is... I mean, hey, there's going to be a courier passing over this
Look,
way.
there's going to be a lot of them. They have so many items that are being delivered, you know?
Oh, I mean, dude, if he gets... That's a Basha. That's a Basha. Oh, but now they're aware. Mickey's going to be careful. He's going to take the courier away from that mid lane area.
Yeah, like you said. He's mostly going for the creep waves. He's trying to slow it down, but slow down for what? As Liquid, they don't care. Raxes are taking mid on their way bottom with that creep wave. We hot. He's standing there.
He's always on the front. He's always on the front.
And Boxy just knew. He's just like, oh, he's done it 2 or 3 times already, so.
He's just going to be standing there.
Yep.
Every single time he's on there at the top of the stairs, just enjoying his life, having a look out at the open vista from the high ground, and suddenly Boxy jumps in the big old axe and smashes him out. Roll forward, GH, he's in the blood right. He's silenced to dead, so is Kuro. There'll be a buyback for GH. But this bottom Rax is gone. It's Liquid. They just charge in. They're happy to fight Nigma up to the fountain. Up. Right up to here.
Look at Mickey. He's like, oh, mangoes.
Oh, the
mangoes.
great mango heist of 2020.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And the tier 4s. Liquid. A clean, beautiful game by them.
There's the GG.
Back to the drawing board for Nigma a little bit.
Yeah. This game one was probably one of the roughest games we've seen here at the Blast Bounty Hunt. Just 32 minutes of just constant beatdown. Liquid 48-11, 31k lead. I mean, they lasted 32 minutes. That's pretty impressive, you know, I'd say. You know, this game could have been over a lot quicker, so there is a little bit of a silver lining for Nigma. It's not that great, though. It's not really that thick. It's very thin. Very thin silver lining. Overall, Liquid, easy game. Very easy game for them, Fogged. I mean, Nigma, you're looking at this match, and what are you saying next time around? Do you have to take away the boxy axe, or can you let him have it? You just can't leave him in a 1v1 where he's able to get 100 CS in kind of 8 minutes or something ridiculous like he did?
FY, he's found himself No Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He's just, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
I mean, yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. It's one of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm as ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis rune. As Arme will show himself. Jarex goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, will find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He's just toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees. He's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Creeks. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jarex doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink Calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in this series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The Blood Bright Silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. I mean, X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wards that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen. As the mid-racks are exposed, PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of Rack. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buyback's now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the 3 of them. Knocks the back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being being chased by Thompson. Picks in with the cold snap. The PLR is on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give a head to this team fight. The LGD are for the goal, but no blood takeover 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They fought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be out. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right?
Yep.
It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too, as they pick up also an Aeon discount Jarek, so protected.
Dire team ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Team Liquid's turn to pick. Queen of Pain. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid. Dire team.
Dragon Knight.
Mirana. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Witch Doctor.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick. Dire team pick.
Oracle.
Ten seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Clockwork.
Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Earth Spirit.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Meatball! 10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
10,
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
have seen that coming. But you didn't.
Where did I go?
我是一个没有感情的刷钱机器。你行，你行，你上，你上。你行，你行，你上，你上。How you doing?
Thank you, Shiva. Yeah, we're going to get to see it, folks. And Weeha Meepo coming in at the last moment. Fourth pick to see if it's going to be enough to allow Nigma to turn around a series that was off to a pretty rough start for them after game one. Is it going to be enough, folks?
It looks pretty good, especially with the Chen, and them moving it as a core Chen is pretty interesting because then you can get the timings even faster. So we can get those auras online at the same time that the Meepo is looking to just cruise and take over the game. So, okay, yeah, it's interesting. And more importantly than anything, look at this Queen of Pain.
Yeah. Let's look at this Queen of Pain. Miracle, of course, with that beautiful Arcana that you can get for the low price of level 455 on the Battle Pass. And honestly, I was playing with this Arcana this morning, folks, and I won 2 of the 3 games I played with it. That is many more than I should do when I'm playing Queen of Pain. So all I can take away from that is that this Arcana, it is pay to win. Now we'll see if it works in competitive, and if Miracle's going to get the win this game. But you know, you can't go against science. And,
yeah, no, I like this set quite a bit. The ult, for me, the persistent ground effect is the one thing that throws me off a little bit. Because it stays for a second, and you're like, wait, is that like a damage over time?
Dude,
that's
it's
the
like,
only thing that bugs me.
Kind of looks like there's like 2 fishes coming out of the side as well. It's pretty wild.
It's cool, though.
Pretty wild. I mean, it looks amazing. And I can't... Well, you've got to get 1,000 hits with the Sonic Wave to unlock the alternate style.
It's 1,000 to get it.
1,000. I don't think it's kills. I think it's just hits with the Sonic Wave.
So each one counts. Like if you hit, like, what if you hit 5 Meepos?
Yeah.
What if you hit 4 Meepos?
Oh, it's on the wrong team. Yeah, I was gonna say it's on the wrong team. He could have been Arcana farming. Yeah, that's the real counter to Meepo.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Koikfa, he's starting out with the quad mango this game for the lane. I wonder how much they're going to address this. I'm expecting Taiga to actually move mid a lot this game. I feel like they're going to leave Boxy at some point bottom by himself, and Taiga's just going to keep roaming and just looking to set up on Weeha with some triple raises to shut this Meepo down to mess up the timing. But we'll see. I think that would be one of the really good ideas that he can do, because it's a Chen clockwork. Like, Mirana's going to be just chilling down bottom, arrowing whatever creep that gets taken over.
Yeah, that's true. And
ooh, he misses.
Should be under no threat of dying as the Mirana in this lane. And
missed the first range creep already. Oh.
And I think the thing is as well with the two of them that they're not really going to get kills onto GH and Mind Control, right? They're relatively tanky, and Mind Control's got that aura with their head dress. They've got a lot of sustain, so
yeah,
it feels hard for Liquid to make a play onto a hero in this duel.
Exactly. That's why I feel like it's just probably a better allocation of resources if he does make his way over there, because they're just going to get harassed pretty hard down bottom. GH does take a tower hit, but just fine.
I mean, meanwhile, mid lane, Koikfa just landing the raises on his own. He's forcing Weeha to get that regen really ferried out to raises. They absolutely hurt the Speedpo every time he tries to step forward and clean the wave out. And Koikfa is off to a very solid start.
And he has the double mango at the ready too. He can already start priming Weeha.
Weeha's got to be careful. He's can potentially take a lot of damage if Koikfa does want to commit with them. We'll pop the first one. As Weeha just has that last tango. I mean, sure, he can start getting extra regen out, but it's going to take a bit of time with the movement of the courier at this early stage of the game.
GH, he's actually trying to just pull some creep waves, it looks like, bottom for the Chen, so they can maximize a little better. Taiga is chasing, just to at least bother that one. Okay, so top, let's take a look at this lane. I don't think this is going to be a really exciting one. I don't really want to even look too much up here, because it's going to be an Oracle just dispelling off. I mean, if he does go for Shadow's Trick, you see Miracle obviously has not skilled anything yet. Save it for the Scream of Pain.
He doesn't.
And I think it should be a pretty passive kind of farm style up there.
And do you like this sort of draft style from Nigma where they say, well, we've got a Meepo. We are going to purely build around this very clean timing of with this off lane Chen, this safe lane Queen of Pain, where you're investing everything into having this really powerful spike quite early in the game.
Yeah, I think it's a really perfect kind of option, and we've seen these Queen of Pains in the safe lane do well even when they're not playing on just a tempo kind of setting draft. Sure. They've actually been able to go for like these Orchid timings or something like that and actually become a real carry as well. I don't think there's any choice, but yeah, he's owning the lane. Weeha actually just getting pushed away just because of that Shadow Fiend.
Nice. he's going to have to start catching up in the jungle here to the side.
Yeah, I want quite... Ooh, I actually missed that one. Wow. Okay. They actually were able to set up an aggressive play up here. Stadia pushing itself up just a little bit too far versus that double range.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Has to be careful. They do have good bursts, and particularly when Kura has the Maledict skill, the combination of that with a leveled up Scream will hurt.
If he takes it. Right now it's more of just a farmer, or more of a just kind of sustain. It makes sense to it, this game, as we mentioned, for several different reasons, the aura and everything. It's going to make a lot of sense if he puts multiple points into Voodoo Restoration. So this game, I was going to mention how Koifa, I feel like I want him to build tanky, but also I feel like an early BKB or somebody to have a way to get him out of cogs. Shadow Fiend versus Clockwork is always one of those weird matchups where Shadow Fiend hates getting collapsed upon, even if he's ahead. And yeah, Clockwork always is going to be able to do that. So I would like Koifa to try to go for that one early. Just some type of defensive item for himself. Will also luck out with the rune on an arcane top.
Yeah, very fortunate for him as well, because GH was also hovering around, seeing if he could get an angle on him.
Full bottom.
They're trying to make a go into mind control. Boxy's still got a leap. He's got the full tool set to go. As Boxy does have to back off as GH comes in. That will at least save mind control, as mind control is able to keep himself out of the way. Boxy very low on the regen. Okay, he's got the back of the Tiger. Tiger did have a salve to top him up. But it is interesting that they do still decide to have Tiger down here. I mean, do you continue, like, even though he's sort of jungling in the camps, do you feel like Liquid could try and play up into the high ground and try and bully Weehaw in his positioning now, or is it a lot harder now that he's kind of left the lane as a meepo?
It's too hard now. He's got like the two meatballs. He's in the jungle constantly. They want to try to get kills. They might be able to get this one on mind control. They will.
All right, finally able to get the kill down there. Comes up to the bounty rune spawns. Arrow's going to be duked out by GH, so be able to grab the one, and already Weehaw was able to get the other deeper in his jungle.
They got all four.
They did. Good cash bonus for Nigma, and 5 minutes in, very even right now. Less than 1k gold difference in it.
Yeah, even though Shadow, as you mentioned, Koifa's having that fantastic start, it's Meatball. He hits his level 4, goes to the jungle, catches up extremely quickly. Maybe now Taiga, I don't believe, does he have a ward? Should be, okay, not coming out of the courier. I thought maybe they'd give him the ward, but he already placed one at that bounty area on the right. So now he can start looking to kill whenever Weehaw does show his fist. And they have a catapult, so that's the important one.
Gonna try it. They do manage to connect with the stun. A few raises would do, but Weehaw's already able to poof out to the side. Jumps back, GH comes in with the TP, and Liquid have to retreat.
It's Arcane Rune Shadow Fiend though, so he still has a lot of mana to work with. And to keep the... Ooh, catapult actually does get taken out there. They're able to keep it alive. But that was definitely the right move. I like that one by Taiga. He's trying to protect his ward, but yeah, Weehaw knew that they'd placed that one there. Immediately takes it out.
Looking at this top lane, Miracle's farm, it's not amazing. He's certainly being kept held back a little bit as the trade's being made there between him and Mickey, with Mickey having the edge in this lane right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, a good creep wave coming in underneath the tower too. It's the level timings what matter the most here for Miracle. Once he gets that 6, he'll be more than prepared to make rotations and blow up any sort of dives that come in from Liquid.
GH.
Wrapping around, Mickey, trying to cut himself out of the cogs. He's out to the side. Tiger comes in with a reaction. There's a good kick as well, connecting on the 3 of them, slowing them all down. Mickey hiding in the trees. He'll be fine to reach it up. But with this rotation, they're all so low. They'll kill off Miracle. GH, he'll cog in Tiger, but he cannot keep himself alive, as they'll be able to clean up both of them. Nigma just diving a little too deep there.
They really wanted to push the issue because they still had their catapult alive, so they wanted to get the tower damage as high as possible while also going for that one, but just a little too overzealous. Not even able to get the kill versus that tanky DK as he's gotten the 3 points in Dragon Blood. Level 2 Maledict, he just sustains through it. 18 HP per second.
On towards mid. Weehaw will show himself. Tiger quite in range to get the roll off. They've got the ward down here as well, so good vision of Tiger's movements. But Tiger,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
take that one out. Tower in the mid lane goes down. 7 minutes in, a very, very, very quick tower taken.
And look, he actually does do exactly what I was talking about. First item BKB queued up. He's going to switch it as soon as I say that. But very good choice to go for that this game, so you can match the pace that Nigma's going to try to set. And for the reasons I said before, versus Clockwork, you almost have to go for this item on Shadow Fiend early.
Yeah, because is rushing a 4-star just never really viable on the course? Does he just feel bad?
It doesn't get you as much as you'd like, right? Like if you want a Dragon Lance or Hurricane Spike would be fantastic, but too expensive as bottom.
Yeah. So if they can finish him off. Bo3 is turned upon, has been maledicted. Tiger's the focus, but there's the save. Insanity's able to come in, provide a bit of heals. GH still staying on top, will be able to block out the rolling boulder. Tiger trying to run a few more right clicks will finish him off. Nigma do manage to push the Earth Spirit out of the game. Keeping it even again. I mean, this is already a whole lot better for Nigma compared to what we saw at the start of game 1.
Yeah.
Just a close beginning. Weehaws getting as far as the Meepo.
He's far up. GH is there. They have the invis. Do they have detection for him?
They do. They've got the root. They've got him trapped.
They got him.
Big rotations from GH.
There's always going to be the scary thing about Shadow Fiend. Even if you're ahead, if you get collapsed on, die so easily.
Miracle also coming over. Does have the Sonic Wave ready to blow.
Okay, he's actually queued up for... okay, he's going to be the one doing this aura at least. So he's kind of acting as that off-lane quap that we've seen. He's going to be going for the mech, and Mind Control's doing Dominator.
I mean, how does that sort of affect the timing as well? Like, in what situation as a quap are you going straight for the mech rather than the more common Necro book into the mech?
I guess they just really want to be able to just take advantage, and it's like Cinder was mentioning, right? It's all going to be about that first Roche timing, because then they can just take over the whole map. So I think he just wants to get it as fast as possible.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to get it quick, as you say. It's going to be online. As we say, we just don't see quaps getting it as the first item. They're very... It pretty much always is the level 1 Necro book on the way.
Yeah, because it's kind of like people. I know I've seen a couple of people mention it's like a pseudo kind of Midas now in a way, because you're not only just getting the usage of it, which lets you farm around, but you get so much mana regen from it, which is fantastic on a hero like Wap, who already has a natural way to farm with Scream of Pain.
Yeah, and one of the things when you do go straight for the mech is, you know, that plus your spells, that's kind of your whole mana pool gone. You know,
yeah, he at least has a faded. He has a brooch at least, so it's at least a little bit extra mana than he has. And he's gone for arcane boost.
Top Bo3 gets one. Miracle's going to come in with the TP, trying to hold on to this tower. This tower is going to go down with the 3 of them pushing on. Mickey with the other Dragonfall steps over to Miracle, but Miracle blows him up with the Sonic Wave. A little bit of a surprise from the tree there, as Mickey just underestimating the damage that will fly out. Miracle will blink over to the side, but Quakefor's here with a haste rune. The arrow connects, and Miracle is going to pay the price with his life. I mean, it looked cool. It was.
I mean, it was still a really good play by Miracle. You can't underestimate how strong Sonic Wave is early. 340 pure damage is just absolutely insane this early in the game. So gets the kill for himself at least. Does not get a tower deny, so Liquid's still pretty happy with that movement. Able to get that follow-up kill. What are the levels looking like for everybody? Level 6 is on both supports for Liquid. Level 5 still on the supports for Nigma. Everything else about even.
To the jungle they go.
Miracle,
Nigma.
yeah. Mind Control brings him down here.
There'll be the root coming through, but already out with the blink to the side. Tiger looks towards GH.
That
GH
arrow
kicked into it straight away. Tiger able to find the perfect setup, getting him in reach of Bo3. Excellent coordination.
And we see Taiga, he's actually queuing up for an item which I was talking about a lot the other day on FNG, doing it on the Witch Doctor. Going for the Veil early. Really like it. They have so much magic damage that's going to be amplified up versus that Meepo.
Yeah, you need it against the Meepo, yeah.
Yeah, and in particular, too, you're going to be able to counteract the potential of them going for all those, you know, those auras. They're going to eventually go for the pipe and everything, too, so this will be a good way to at least nullify it a little bit.
How's talking about the Meepo? How's Wea's farm looking? He's halfway through the Eagle Song, already has the Ghost Scepter, so Evelay will be there and you know, sort of the timing that he'd expect to be getting as this Meepo. He is there at the top net worth, and his game is, you know, it's all on track for Weeha's Meepo. He's getting the space to clear out the jungle just as he would wish, as Liquid haven't really been able to get over here and pressure this Meepo's farm early on. He is going to hit this first item timing.
Yeah. It's always going to be tough to get like onto the opposing side of the map, even if you have good heroes to push out lanes. You're playing versus Chen. Chen's always just going to have creeps pushing in. You got rockets flying, and then Queen of Pain also pushes lanes in really fast. So Interesting to point. Bo3's actually queued up. I don't know if he's gonna switch, but he's actually just got a straight MKB queued.
Yeah, dude. Well, I know you had the series off yesterday, but he did this yesterday and he smashed with it. He ended the game like 16-1-14. He went double Wraith Bands into the MKB, and then I think he went for the Daedalus straight up after it. He like went full right click, and he had an insane game. So this is sort of, as I did advise the viewers when we saw it yesterday, I was like, don't jump to do this straight away in your pubs. You know, go off lane Mirana and farm an MKB. But Bo3, he makes it work.
Sure, I mean, I'm down. I like MKB Maelstroms. Those are always like the neat item builds on Mirana that work really well for damage. Top. They're trying to set up for Miracle, but the wraparound. That's
a big wraparound. Yeah, GH and Kuro are here. They'll lead him with a hook shot straight away onto Quoit for Tiger Jump Holders. Will try and take a bit of the share, but there's the bounce over. False Promise comes in on as Quoit for the fear. Pushes back for 3 of them. He turns with the raises, takes down Kuro. GH and Miracle have to back up. They did manage to blow up Tiger, but they do not get that SF as they would hope for.
I love that play though by Tiger. Oh, bottom. Mickey, Invis. He's set up on MC.
Gonna start slowing him. Quoit looking to clear up the army. So he's going to get a fair few off these creeps. Dragon Tail to buy a bit more time, but with some mind control, he's got the movement speed to get himself out of there. They won't be able to quite stay on top.
So that's cool. They talked about a little bit on the panel about like kicking people out of the cogs and stuff like that, but that's a pretty cool thing that Tiger can do is if Quoikva is in a rough spot, he can just roll in and eat the death. He can eat the death.
Yeah.
He rolls in, kicks Quoikva out, gets in position for the Oracle to save. That's definitely really nice. There's 2 items picked up. DK now Blink, and that big timing for Nigma. The Ethereal Blade is finished.
All right.
And I believe the mech as well is done for Miracle. It's about to be.
Yeah. Just 100 gold off the recipe. And he's going to have it. They're going to smoke up. So this first reveal of the E-Blade, who's he going to find? That's an excellent lead in. They managed to find themselves. The SF Tiger tries to roll across to help, but with the Sonic Wave, it's too much burst for Quoit to sustain. They kill off the SF. Now they can try and move in for more. They're looking to chase down Mickey. Mickey's out of Dragon Form will come to an end. He's still allowed to blink off to the side. They're trying to chase down Insania. There comes the E-Blade Blast to slow him down. They surround him. Enigma would be able to take a second. As We Are comes into play with this E-Blade and can start really putting the pressure onto Liquid as Nigma start to enter this realm of the game where their draft hits the power spike.
Huge power spike here. Now, Mech is coming out, like you said, and they kill the Shadow Fiend now right before he's about to finish BKB. That could have been pretty different there if he did have it finished up and he was able to actually get his spells off at all. But yeah, now this is changing the whole dynamic of the game as they're almost fully online with exactly what they want to have for the game. The pipe is about to be done, mech is done, everything's coming together.
All in on this moment for Nigma. Now that they are heading over towards the direction of Roshan, Liquid's going to have everyone alive. I mean, is it at a point and with the items they have that they can just step into the pit, or is that something they can't really get away with when Liquid is up as 5?
Ooh, should be scary because Shadow Fiend loses all his souls as well, right? When he dies, he loses half, so he's got to like kind of recuperate and build that up. They don't have Dragon Form ready.
Okay, so you think Nigma could go in and take it?
They might just be able to, yeah. Level 3 Penitence as well. It should die at a decent pace. I don't know, it should be tough. No BKBSF. Maybe is he gonna sell something to buy it? I don't know, that's too much.
Well, what's his money look like? Yeah.
Sell something too big. He's gonna sell like the wand.
Yeah, selling the circlet is still gonna leave you about 100 short.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. Yeah, he is gonna have to head out and hit a creep.
And he doesn't have, I mean, he'll have Requiem by the time kind of when they're all set up around that Roche, but this one looks like Nigma should just be able to get away.
Pretty much the timing that Liquid really needs to get done is Bo3's MKB. And then at least at that point, when the fights do kick off, he can leap in and just shoot someone down and have a pretty good shot of doing it. Obviously, there are ways to play around it. Nigma, having Weehaw, having the E-Blade, he can save the target.
Mm-hmm. It's also just scary to play Mirana versus Meepo ever. Your mobility is just non-existent. Yeah.
There we go. Into the pit they go. Arrow is out, but as expected, I mean, Bo3, does he really want to do this? I don't know, the hook shot will miss, and Tiger's going to try, he's in! And Mickey, he gets the snatch! The false promise is there onto Tiger, keeping him alive as well. Mickey gets in, gets the edges, gets out. The Magnetize as well, bringing Nigma low. They have to back off. Tiger will fall. Bo3 jumps over the back. He's gear off Kuro. The Magnetize is continuing to tick them down. Nigma has to escape, but they'll lose GH as well. Weehaw will manage to get out of there. Miracle and Mind Control still on the retreat. They will also get away, but the jump couldn't have been better there from Liquid getting in. They didn't get the kill, but they got what mattered. They got that Aegis, which would have been so important, a crucial pickup that Nigma needs to really add to their power spike. Liquid's just gone and taken that away from them.
I mean, that's the dream. That really is the dream. Slowing down a Meepo lineup, you get that Aegis now. Now you have your BKB timing on your Shadow Fiend too. This could turn out to be a really close game. This is pretty exciting. That is a huge move.
Perfect timing from Tiger and Mickey with that blink, which I think it had only just been picked up before that play happened. Had it at the perfect moment.
Yep, and Bo3 with that arrow from the back lines to kind of mess with them too, because they put some attention to him on a second there too, and then he gives all that information for his team to jump in. Super good for Liquid.
See what the move now is for Nigma. You know, you got to imagine in their heads at this point of the game they will be pushing with an Aegis. They haven't got that Aegis, so things have slowed down a little bit again for them. At least, you know, more so than they would have liked.
Yeah, and now, like we said, they're versus that BKB Shadow Fiend who has the protection for himself versus all this. Is Tiger.
Then Captain Miracle to the side, turns over the walls. Tiger starts to punch back at him. Also with the wraparound, Kuro and Weehaw, they're coming in. They're looking for Insania. Cast. Oh, the bounces, the coconuts. It couldn't be better. Perfect coconut play there from Kuro. As the two of them, both KitKat and Insania, caught right next to each other, holding hands and taken to the grave.
They still have, all this timing coming together anyway. Even without that Aegis, all these auras, they're still relentless looking for the chase. Knowing that their power spike is still there even without it. They can still kill all the heroes of Liquid quite easily.
Bo3 very close to eating that MKB. Need to be wary. How's Weehaw doing after the E-Blade? Yeah, they're purely looking for the setup.
Tower is under attack.
And obviously the Silver Edge going to be incredibly useful, taking down a big old DK later on in the game once Mickey does have 2 items upon him. And most of the time, as you saw there, I think for Nigma, it's going to be about finding the supports. You know, if they're able to instantly take out Insania before the fight kicks off, suddenly, you know, even with the BKB, if this SF gets surrounded by an army of Meepos, he's still going to be slowly beat down.
Yeah, and there's also damage that will go through that BKB. There still is a Sonic Wave. There still is. I mean, we'll throw the Death Ward in too for Kuroki.
Nigma finish off this tier 2 tower down bottom. Continuing to take the objectives at very good pace this game. 4K lead for them right now.
They're just gonna have so much sustain in that side of these fights. How's our Mind Control Chen? Still at quite level 12 for that level 2 Hand of God, which gets quite a lot better from that 250 to 425. But they're gonna have so many different forms of heal. Pipe, Greaves, I think are finished too. See how Liquid does choose to take these next few moments for themselves. They still have about a minute left on that Aegis. Do they want to press anything? Just guard their outpost, it looks like.
Scan comes in. Does Nigma start to sweep across towards them? Bo3 showing in the lane. Has finished the MKB. It's on its way out. GH is... Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
He was invisible. GH couldn't see him, you know?
Oh no, that... Oh. Hey, mistakes happen. Mistakes happen to the best of us. Yeah. I mean, that was...
Their hooks blocked.
He had plenty of... They both sort of stood still before they tried for it. And then it was just bam! Right into the backside of Weehaw. Oh my goodness. Well...
He's still stalking.
Yeah. He's not going to find anything, though. They're well and truly out of there. And Bo3 asked that MKB into the BKB. Wants to make sure that he does have some sort of safety if the Meepo does get on top of it.
Yeah, he needs to. He already has his damage built in for himself with that, so. KitKat, he's going raw damage as well. BKB into straight Crystallis, he actually gets fortunate of finding, I think this is a pretty good pickup here for the SF, is a Vamp Race. You don't have the best stack gain, really. So this one actually just bumps you up, especially because you went for a first item BKB. Pretty decent for him. And let's take the smoke.
Making this move without quite Ferran Insania, but at the same time they will show mid. Maybe this allows them to catch Nigma more by surprise. We are on the front. He's going to pop the Silver Edge, starts to step in there, put the Moonlight Shadow. Mickey's going to try and jump to the backlines, but at the same time, GH is able to get to the backlines of Nigma. Sorry, of Liquid. As they get in, they kill off the Mirana. The rest of Liquid, they've just got to roll out of it. Tiger and Insane are on the retreat. Sentry's down, jump ball from Miracle. He's trying to go. The Quaker's in position of Miracle. He jumped into a trap. As Quaker was there, prepared. The temptation as a Quap, it's always going to be there to jump in aggressively. But with an SF waiting on the high ground, an instant death for Miracle.
Had to use the Requiem to, of course, get it, but you could tell that they were on full retreat. They can't take the fights versus Nigma's 5-man. They're too strong with all these auras. Everything built up, mind control, even queuing up that Crimson Guard next. Vlad's finished as well on the clockwork. Yeah, these 5v5 fights, they're just far too much sustain. And this Meatball, level 17, Shadow Fiend, kind of keeping up with it.
Maelstrom on Mickey. Deal a bit more with the army that's going to be running up and down these lanes. But still very much Nigma continuing to hold on to this strong moment that they have right here for the opening of this match with this lineup. They're playing fast, they're taking towers, they're sitting around this top lane ready to push in again. Miracle halfway, just over halfway towards his Orchid. And they're diving, he'll try and kick him back. But with the root control from Weeha, Tiger will fall. Nigma just continue to eat up heroes, consume the map, play to the advantage that they absolutely have right now. 6k lead, they can start knocking on the high ground. They have everything required. Liquid, can they push this back?
They don't have deep push. Their deep push is raises. That's pretty much it. It's very difficult for them. They get the arrow connection onto Weeha here and follow up.
But GH, she's able to hook shot the Sonic Wave on the three of them. The BKB has come out as well as the false promise, and it wasn't quite enough burst to kill them. Mickey, the coconut's bouncing over towards him, but he's able to hide himself. With the Moonlight Shadow, they keep him safe. There's now the arrow off the mark from Bo3. Liquid, can they try and catch anyone here? Nigma, up to the high ground they go. Nobody ending up going down there. They didn't have enough follow-up after that Sonic Wave to get any of the kills, and all it was is just a bit of a pushback on Liquid, as Liquid hold the high ground, and they do manage to keep that tier 3 alive.
But they pulled all of Liquid back to their base is the big thing, and now Weeha, he's a meepo. This is the dream for a meepo, is when you do force an enemy into their base like this, you just send your meepos, push out all the lanes, farm extra camps, and you guys can hold this aggressive stance and kind of chokehold them inside of their base. Liquid's trying to use this smoke to get themselves out there, maybe catch the meepo when he is going for this push. This could be a pretty nice read by them.
Oh yeah, if they can get the jump. They're feeling that he could be on their side of the map's not the case. He is a lot deeper. He's farming very safely with the rest of his meepo army, and safe enough that it will not be found by this movement from Liquid.
Yeah, they'll know this is happening. Look at those creeps. Creeps are hitting their base, so immediately you know that Liquid is most likely smoking down on that bottom side. Weeha shifts himself toward the top jungle and now rejoins his team.
And this is just all in all so far. Solid performance from Nigma with the meepo lineup. And we are showing that this very much is a hero that if they seize a chance to get it in a great opportunity, he's going to be able to play a brilliant game. 7-0-2, no deaths on the meepo this match. As Mickey caught alone in the jungle, things just continuing to go to Nigma's advantage. And with this meepo just accruing the mass that he has, it's just hard to see a way that Liquid's going to ever be able to shut him down.
I'm just looking at the Queen of Pain attack animation. I just love it.
Oh, is that the whip?
No whip.
Another whip?
I'm just so distracted.
There we go. Tiger is going to try and commit. They do have the fear, pushing him back, and in fact, he's falling fast. Wow. He's dead. All right, they're finally able to to get that kill on Weeha, and to be honest, he died pretty darn quickly there with a full combo coming out. GH is going to try and fight on, and Weeha is going to buy back. Tiger will fall outside the base. Quakefoot trying to beat through the cogs to get up to the high ground, but Kura's in with the death ward. He has got the invis, but the dust is there upon him. False promise comes out from Insane as they desperately try and get him back to the base on the side. Bo3 being chased, the roots upon him. He bladed as well. They've got the burst, bringing him low. Tiger ball forward. Bo3's able to leave the side. The kick as well from Tiger, keeping Bo3 alive. He's pushing him back in the midst of it all, but Quakefoot's surrounded. They kill the SF. Quakefoot's got no buyback. Weeha steps over towards Mickey. The Meepo buyback paying off big time as they're just cleaning up Liquid, pushing them back to the fountain. Tiger's dead without buyback. So will Mickey fall.
Tier 4s.
As this game looks to be well and truly Meepo'd. Weeha may have had a rough one on the Invoker in game 1, but this game, a very, very smooth performance from him. 8-1 and 6 ending it up. They'll take the tier 4s. Nigma can move on to the Ancient. They'll kill off Bo3 before the final GG is likely to be called. A buyback comes out. Bo3 fighting to the last moments, but this game is over. Game 2, 26 minutes in. Nigma will equalize the series. And the drop, it was just perfect. They knew exactly what they wanted to run with this Meepo lineup. Liquid, they had a pick or two to try and react to the Meepo. They just couldn't find something that worked for it. Nigma had just set up the draft in a way that this 26-minute victory, I guess it...
FY, he's found himself No Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Derek's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because of his rupture. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm just coming in this here.
Got to be
Watch
careful
Jerax.
who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Zame to have this invis rune. And Zame will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, will find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
There's no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He's just toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. The Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level up.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Crates. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, see, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink Calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save, he's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out, Seb goes for the TP, they've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now, Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. And X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them. Knocks the back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the concept. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give a head for this team fight. I mean, LGD are big goal, but no blood take up to 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too, as they pick up also an Aeon discount Jeremy, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X-Blade Mail Call if he finds it, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
So it's all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
he's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Anna's on his way over, they've got the snowball down, there's the Catapult, Seb jumps in, he's able to find the call onto Challenge, but Challenge already got the BKB out, the Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB, he'll try and stand his ground, but Seb, he's going to go down, no buyback on the axe, as Jarex as well, surrounded by PSG LGD, the Eon Disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jarex. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. And they breached through it. It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No Tails already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. So he needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jarex. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jarex is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split, of course, up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this rack's on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose their top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to deward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check. Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Head's going to get a set. He's in. The call, the MP, the counter, but FY's in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. Get it off. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. They've got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball. The snowball over to Thompson. The self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No Tail. No Tail pops the hand of God, but No Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jarex coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jarex back in, the combo, meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Pops the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jarex. Jarex is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova is so low? As the buyback for Jarex comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the charger. They find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can. OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now It's PSG LGD's turn to be without two of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Ana, but Ana also toying with them with that doppel. He set the illusion, they thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus, he's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Ana, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Ana get with the double guard. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Ana will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice gone for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No-Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost, he's got Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back, real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead that PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25 is now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out from him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out, but he's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a reflection shot. There's no way they get this. There's no way LGD can.
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG T-Rex that.
Yeah. The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE is
massive.
really massive now. When you
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Dire team pick. Queen of Pain. Dire team pick.
Team Liquid.
Vengeful spirits. Rina. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Team ban. Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Keeper of the light.
Dire team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Dragon Knight.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Winter Rival.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Team Liquid's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. team pick.
Bloodseeker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes. Prepare for battle.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yeah, I mean, I've got to agree with the panel, folks. You know, this is Nigma opening up with the old Luna Venge, something they've had a lot of success with, and this Luna just as a whole has looked incredibly strong for the majority of this tournament. As they said as well, Liquid responding with some bit of different picks. The Wyvern making its second appearance here. Do you like it? Do you think they've got a good, solid answer to what looks to be like Nigma's overall stronger draft?
I like some of the.
I can hear you now.
I think that they went for... Okay, first we're going to get a kill quickly onto GH. Can they get the deny? They can. So, quick aggressive move by Team Liquid. I like that they really made sure this game that they have out push and deep push. I think that was the one thing that I saw last game. They had, they have Breathe Fire, they have Shadow Rays and stuff like that, but they don't have like Splinter Blast, Fade Bolt, Blood Right. These spells are phenomenal to slow the game down, and I feel like that's kind of what Liquid, the style that they want to play, because like we talked about earlier for Nigmas, they're really good about their tempo and they're just like their push and their go time. When they have that timing, they're going to take over. This will slow it down a lot, and they counterpicked a decent amount too, right? That Wyvern versus all those auras, the Bloodseeker versus the Venge swap plays that can happen with Rupture. So they definitely drafted themselves a pretty strong one. It's just, will they be able to match this Nigma draft? That, like you said, they've played this almost exact style a ton of times.
Oh yeah, and it's just looked great. Yeah, it's looked great. We'll see some of the lanes set up some musical lanes that I would imagine this was what we are trying to get in the lane with Bo3, but yeah, Liquid responding by obviously making sure that there's not a melee hero trying to farm underneath the pressure of the Bat Rider, so they'll move the Quap up there.
Yeah, Quap versus Bat, they did not want to have that matchup in the mid lane, because Quap can just own, because you just like sit there and you stand your ground, but you can't actually die too. It's like one of those like matchups that can go back and forth a little bit sometimes, but the Quap can just dominate too if she's really confident. So now we just have funny lanes. We have the DK versus Centaur in the mid lane that I don't think we've ever seen.
Yeah, and down bottom this all action tri-lane on tri-lane. We saw this earlier this series. Last time round, Mickey as the Bloodseeker he had an insane time in the tri-lane. Now things going to be a little bit different here. If Nigma got a pretty strong tri-lane response.
Yeah, they have a lot of damage, and I love Coddle in particular in most of the situations. The lift up won't catch Miracle either, but yeah, Coddle in a tri-lane. Illuminate is one of the better spells if you can ever connect on it, and Chakra is fantastic on both of these heroes, reducing the cooldown of either the stun or of the Lucent Beam. Lots of kill threat. So should be lots of battles coming out here. I do think I like Nigma's a bit more though.
And we see the musical lanes here again. Quakefer will return to the mid lane, and that was quite smart because Mind Control, he walked all the way from mid to top, and you saw Quakefer, he was getting his stacks up, he blinked in deep and then TP'd, and I think the assumption was that he TP'd to stay in the lane, but he had TP'd to switch the lane, so Mind Control has to return to the mid.
Yeah, and Mind Control actually TPs, hits the range creep, Breathe Fires, and misses the last hit with his Breathe Fire. Yeah, so that's a painful to see.
But now, at least for Nigma, they do have this setup where he's going to be against Bo3, and Bo3's not going to have a happy time if he stays up here in the 1v1.
Yeah, this is a great setup for them here. Bo3 already 10-3, but you're going to see Weehaw just zone him out constantly. How's bottom?
Try to make
again.
Just Blood Right this time round, though. Tiger can't quite get in range for the telekinesis. Turn and try and collapse on towards Mickey, but the Splinter Blast obviously very strong at slowing down any sort of chase or attempt from Nigma.
Sticks versus sticks down here. Who's got more? There's 2 sticks on the side of Team Liquid. Ooh, 3 sticks on the side of Nigma. Get aggressive again.
Magic Missile, Lucent Beam in the blast, they'll get it. The combo's enough. Miracle will get dragged back. The tower hits between the two of them, bringing both Miracle and Kuro low. But Miracle pops the Fairy Fire, another Magic Missile, and a round of a Lucent Beam will get themselves both the kills. Nigma's tri-lane definitely coming out on top this game.
Yeah, just you can just see that sheer abundance of damage and control. The Illuminate is going to land pretty much every single time on the hero that does get stunned because of the follow-up that can happen with that Lucent Beam. And they have auras, so it's just going to it should just get stronger on the side of Nigma down there. But last hit-wise, we're taking a look. It's doing pretty damn well right now. The DK, Mind Control, having to move around so much. He's only got 5 to his name in 3 minutes.
Quakefer, no, unlikely to really be able to kill, but still the harass from the dagger means that Mind Control has to be a little careful until he has those extra points to the Dragon Blood. He's got 2 in it now. Regen-wise, he has the Tango, and also now the Ring of Regen too. So it should be getting to the point where he doesn't care too much about that dagger harass. Mickey is trying to chase for the kill. The Splinter Blast will nuke Miracle rather low, but they turn with the Magic Missile onto Mickey. He can't continue to chase. Tiger step forward. Kuro and GH right clicking him out of the lane. Kuro, Wave of Terror, one more right click. The blast, he'll catch him. GH getting the angle there to clip him with the Illuminate as Nigma get the 3rd kill in this tri-lane.
I'm mostly just going to be looking at this bottom one. I see Boxy's just decided to play the lane at the way I think he should play it, is don't play the lane. Cut the wave, don't play. This is a Bat Rider, so he's able to keep his farm pretty good. Weehaw will be able to maximize a bit better out of this and get more levels as well. And Boxy actually walks into the Firefly for a second.
Yeah, they're trying to go at one another here. Boxy, he has got the double edge if Weehaw gets low enough. He's able to keep his distance, keep the stacks on him. Is out of mana, so Bo3 will be fine. Bo3 will just go for the reset. TP's back to base, bottom lane. Another move. This time Miracle's the one getting low. He'll turn. He has still got a Fairy Fire, but he won't pop it. He's dead. Liquid finally able to break through the power of the tri-lane of Nigma and get the big old kill, knocking Miracle out of this bottom half of the map.
And I had said that I feel like it's actually going to get worse for Liquid, but it's similar to actually what happened in the last one, where the sustain war is now versus a Bloodseeker who has Blood Rage. So he's actually able to sustain a lot through all the damage that's coming out, and they're not going to spend so much. I'm seeing these couriers just flying bottom with tons of regen. But yeah, Mickey is able to save that much extra gold because he's a Bloodseeker.
Driving force for Nigma coming out of these laning stages is definitely going to be Wii. You know, we saw it in the previous series when he played the back. He was able to, when he gets this free point, get a really good timing on this box BKB, and he made some excellent moves. So if he can get a good timing on that, you know that he's going to start coming down to this half, like getting in the face of the Bloodseeker, and you know, a farmed Batrider will be very hard for Liquid to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. It's such a good... Whenever there's a Wyvern on the enemy team, I'm always just like, my mind is just yelling Batrider and Pugna. Those are two of the biggest ones for me whenever I see it. They will get that one. Nigma trying to position themselves here for... I mean, it's just constant battle bottom, so... See who they're going to go for.
When Tiger's trying for a bit of a wraparound, Splinter Blast to start things off. We'll be able to connect on both. Kuro and Miracle bringing them both low. The Blood Ride sound. Mickey staying on top of the Luna. They'll get the kill. Now with the silence of Kuro, they could turn over towards the Venge. He's got the Fairy Fire. The one charges into trees. He goes, tries for the TP out, but Quaifa with the rotation comes in. Sonic Wave puts that escape to an end as Kuro will fall.
Foxy this time gets caught. Going a little too deep. Trying to cut the creep waves. Weehaw will chase him out. Mind Control wants to try to get some tower damage here because that rotation from Koikba. He does have his ult available. Gonna pop it with a DD. Good tower damage for him.
Bottom lane, sure at the start we saw Nigma get the 3 kills, but it's ended up in Miracle dying twice in this lane, whereas Mickey only the once has he fallen.
I feel like they should switch. Like Luna having 0-2-3, 17 last hits. It's not a good look for Miracle right now. Not a good start. They might have to just call Weehaw down here. Weehaw's about to have bots, so maybe that's going to be the play, is they just box him down and make the play with Miracle. Has to be careful. They constantly are looking for the grab on him.
The grab. He's back into the Blood Ride, slowing him down as well with the Arctic Burn, but the rest of them are here ready to turn onto Insania. Magic Missile, Lucid Beam, Miracle still low. He's got to be careful. Mickey, he's just going to run him down. The 6 is hit on Boxy. He has the Stampede to set up for Mickey to kill off Miracle yet again. And now this trial is falling apart completely for Nigma. Double kill for Mickey. For as great as it seemed for the first 2-3 minutes, that has just entirely disappeared. It's 2-1 and 4 now on Mickey. We saw what happened in the other series when he was on this tri-lane Bloodseeker when he got as good of a start as this, and it wasn't pretty for the opponents. This is a great start now for Mickey's Bloodseeker.
Yeah, I actually did get to point out this other thing too, is what Liquid did here is if you look, all 3 of the tri-lane actually bought raindrops because they recognize Nigma's physical damage output isn't really that high between the 3 of them at the moment. It's really just about that burst magical. So they're actually absorbing so much damage because it's gonna not only block the first instance, it probably will block a second instance of damage from the spells before they get, before they actually get chased out too far. So that's a really cool approach.
Absolute lifesaver down here.
Like it quite a lot. Like look, he's down to 1 raindrop on the Bloodseeker, but he's absorbed a significant amount of damage that he would have normally taken.
They need Weehaw to come in big for this time. Box is done. They need him to help them out down bottom. They're not having a great time. Liquid are just toying with them. And again, the Blood Right is going to hit on the 2 of them. Mickey's going to have the booster speed. He's able to chase down Miracle. It's a 4th death on the Miracle Luna. Liquid just killing him over and over again. They've got to look for something amazing here. Weehaw's come down bottom. They really, really need to catch this Bloodseeker.
They have to just find ways for Miracle to just play by himself and catch back up.
He's able to roll him over, pop the trees, get the lasso, grabbing Mickey. Mickey surrounded by the 3 of them. Perfect move from Weehaw. They needed this more than ever. He'll step over towards Tiger. Tiger quick with the TP. We'll get out of there, but Nigma do manage to finally put an end to Mickey just ruling this bottom tri-lane.
Yeah, they need to just play us 3 or 4 and let Miracle just not show his face because Miracle will just die as mid.
Mind Control is trying to get quite far, but Boxy's chasing. Boxy's got Stampede. Mind Control is absolutely dead. He does have a Dragon Tail stun. buys him a little bit of time, but the slow did connect. Kuiper's got to be very cautious there, just try and get back involved. He's not needed as Bo3 finishes off the kill. I mean, Michael, you can see that he was just chasing down that Quap. He really wanted to kill him off.
Very aggressive play. Miracle, yeah, like we said, he has to just chill in the jungle. Everyone else has to make aggressive plays. Weehaw will claim outpost top. Taiga trying to get one back for themselves, and they will. So 1-for-1 outpost going to be the exchange. Bounties.
For the tween.
It should just be a 2-for-2. And Taiga might pay with his life for this one.
Well, he's got the telekinesis, and he's up to the high ground. He's fine, he's fine. Okay, having to walk away from Weehaw. As Kuiper will go for a bit of a poke on him. Firefly and the speed of the bots, he's fine. TP's in fact straight down to the bottom lane. Lasso available again in 5 seconds. Weehaw was able to get the good catch last time. Who's down here at the moment? Only the 2 supports hiding in the trees. Bo3 off to the side. See who Weehaw's able to get a grab on. Starts to spot out the Centaur. No stampede for 30 seconds, but Bo3's already starting to back, and Liquid, they've left this entire area. As soon as Weehaw shows his face down here, Liquid, they just get out of there.
Go for their own plays elsewhere. Go. They can trade 2 towers or 2 significant amounts of tower damage for the 1. It's a pretty good move for them there. Miracle kind of just hiding in the side here, waiting for the creep wave to come up to get some last hits. But yeah, Miracle's game is going to be very slow to catch up, but he has to be very careful because he's playing versus heroes that collapse on him so easily, be it the Centaur or the Quap.
And if they can buy the time and the space, you know, he isn't a great hero to recover on down bottom. Weehaw gets the jump, but he has been ruptured, so taking a lot of damage. Insane is going to live. The Sonic Wave comes out for Kuiper. They kill off Weehaw. They go over towards Kuro. This time round, the jump from Weehaw was not successful, as it results in them getting nothing and him losing his life as well as Kuro's own, as Mickey was very quick to react with that rupture.
Very quick reactive play by Team Liquid. Yep, all 3 cores top net worth. GH is, I mean, I just noticed GH actually. He's creeping his way up there as kind of being a core. He's ahead of Miracle still in farm, just blasting out the lanes. I feel like this is important that he does this, is pushing out these lanes to allow Miracle to just chill in the jungle, because he's nowhere near looking to get involved still.
He needs a lot of time, Miracle.
Yeah, especially because, like we said, there's just natural counters in this game versus the Luna. Ooh, I just saw those 2 talents. Ooh, Centaur's level 10 talents are 5 health, 350 move speed.
Yeah, nothing amazing on,
nothing great,
on the talents really. Bo3 early on. Wants to go and build wise is going for that blink rush.
Yep. Good way to set up. That's gonna give them even more ways to set up, because their draft actually has so much follow up if they do have any type of setup in particular.
Shows himself top. Won't want to dive for GH. GH backs up, remains hidden down bottom. He's trying to farm this creep wave, but Kuiper's here as well as Taiga. Weeha's going to just die here by the looks of it. He tries to very ambitiously TP out, but he is gone. As his momentum, it's starting to take a bit of a hit, and it's so important for Nigma that he is able to keep making these plays, but down on that bottom half, dying to that first initiation onto the side of Liquid, and then coming down here and farming and getting picked off a second time. And need Weehaw to be making moves with the team. He can't go out on his own like that.
No, he has to be playing more around Kuroki. They have to be looking to set up for some type of plays. Maybe with Mind Control. Mind Control is kind of also playing that, like, sit back and farm. Yeah, they have to be very cautious with those type of moves. As he's level 10, so it's like you're giving up so much. I think he gave 800 experience split between the 2 of them, the Quap and the Rubik. But just now they're still gonna just keep pushing the lanes out, though. I think that's the biggest thing that they're trying to do, is show 1 hero in each lane and just keep them forced out so Miracle can sit in jungle.
You see him slowly recovering, still not really catching up faster than, you know, Liquid are able to stay ahead with their heroes. As for all the space that he may be getting in his own jungle, Liquid, they're getting it in theirs as well as the side lanes. All 3 of Liquid's cores staying in good position. There's the blink dagger done from Bo3. So now the activity from Liquid can increase as they're ready to move out and maybe even start making moves into the jungle and trying to catch out this Luna. Weehaw, he's going in with the Invis. Let's see if he's able to find anything here in terms of a setup.
He's gonna scout a little bit here too. Yep. So yeah, blink on Bo3. They're going to look for something to set up. This Invis might actually just break the smoke.
He's heading up towards Mickey. He might just go for this. Yeah, he's going to reveal himself on Mickey at the same time towards mid. They're making the commitment onto mind control. Kuro is there with swap out to the side, top lane. Mickey, he will fall here almost certainly, or maybe not with the one charge. He's actually out of the will-o-wisp. He's running away because they were getting him low mid. Mickey had the movement speed to just run straight away from Weeha's bat. Weeha wasn't able to hold him down long enough to get the kill. He's now trying for the TP out, but the Hoostomp is back in time. Weeha is going to die yet again. He just cannot seem to be able to make these moves. Liquid are reacting in an excellent fashion. And that time around, as I say, just getting that move onto mind control. They're diving in. They're going to get GH as well. Bo3 finds the connection, jumps in. GH tries for the TP out, but they'll use the Whimsics Curse. Nothing being held back. They're not going to let the old man on his horse TP back to base as Liquid kill off another and will be able to finish this tier 1 tower top. The momentum from Nigma that they need to play with, it's getting lost.
Yeah, I mean, Nigma's just playing with they're just playing the farm catch-up game. Miracle's not involved, obviously he can't. He's just trying to sit back, and Liquid, I feel like they're doing exactly what they should be doing. Press forward the issue. They know they have this advantage. They know that it's just going to be a 4v5 for the majority of this one. And they're doing great at that.
Swap into Dragon Tail stun. Magic Missile to follow up. Have they got the damage to kill Quite He pops the stick and jumps to the high ground. Not enough from the two of them, Mind Control and Kuro. They do not have enough fire in the tank to kill this Queen of Pain as Quite's out of there.
Very good 16 minutes here from Team Liquid. Still only a 1k gold lead experience, 3k, but you can feel them having a good dominance of the map. Especially with the way that they're moving around too. And they're not hesitating about throwing those ultis. They have Sonic Wave available again. Here we go. Round 2.
Same with the smoke up. A level 2 Sonic Wave as well. Huge amount of burst. There's the blink for mind control, so he himself has got ways to initiate, can initiate. Oh, they're hunting down poor Weeha.
They always want Weeha, that's what I was about to say. They just really want Wee.
Just tossing his game to the side. Have a pause come out here. I mean, they are heading in the exact direction for him.
It's really so hard for Nigma to take any types of fights. Until Luna's got quite a bit more, you just look at the team fights just straight up. There's a curse. There's always going to be Sonic Wave, Blood Right, so much follow-up. Nigma's fights are going to be really awkward. They kind of have to catch somebody with either the Venge swap or the Bat Rider lasso and get the number advantage to be able to actually take these fights at the moment. And DK form is going to be ending very, very soon. And the blink is coming out. But Liquid, if they can find anyone here, this should be pretty clean for them to find some kills.
Yeah, whoever they get a jump on is going to die. And they've got all the ults. Need to go even mind control. They can definitely give him a good try at bursting through even a DK at this stage.
There is a potential though that they can get outnumbered here. Will-O-Wisp is still on cooldown for what, 14 seconds, but Miracle can TP up there and join the fray, and Mickey is nowhere close to join in. So there is a chance that Nigma can get a pretty good number advantage and maybe take this fight here.
Ah, good to go. We are calling the G.
Let's. Oh wait.
Oh, Jibaited.
Oh, she's lagging. You don't make nice, delicious sandwiches for me when I'm at your guys' house. I didn't make
I didn't make that.
All right.
I just had to go turn off the cooker because basically we've got like an oven and the display on it doesn't work. So when you're setting the timer for the oven, you sort of just set it for about 4 hours roughly because you have no idea. You don't obviously keep the food in there for 4 hours. You know, we're not trying to roast a turkey or something, but so when you actually are done and take the food out, there's no way to actually turn the alarm off, which is very annoying when you're cooking in the evening because you'll get a nice wake-up call about 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, oh my goodness, there goes the cooker again. But it's a feature.
Did you guys know about that for a while, or just did you guys find out during like this whole COVID because you're actually cooking?
No, we've always been cooking. We've always been cooking.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. Is this a real one? Is this a real G? It's the real.
This is real. All right, the line is drawn. Insania's ready.
No, Bat, we are.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Find him.
attack.
Who's gonna be? Who's gonna be? Miracle's coming. This is the numbers. Let's
There's
see.
the jump, but the Dragon Tail instant from Mind Control stops Bo3 from being able to get the Who Stomp off. Bo3's got to run. They get the swap back. He has got the Stampede, pops in immediately, but this will be Liquid disengaging as Nigma are able to keep themselves tight and safe.
Huge steal though. Taiga does actually end up stealing the other swap. That's a pretty big one there.
See if he can make some cool plays with this.
He's playing versus a Bat Rider. So now that he has swap, there's a lasso. Yeah, exactly.
No,
You're getting why I was saying it's such a big one.
That's just... And was already struggling to be able to find some solid lassos. You're right. That's just... It's just been countered.
Gonna have that for the next few moments, and they can definitely look to make aggressive plays with it or defensive if they choose to do so. They're ready. They were pinging bottom. They want to address Miracle because he is caught up. You see that he's actually back at that top net worth in a second.
I mean, this was always going to happen unless by some sort of magic, Liquid just win the game. If the game goes on, Miracle is going to find space as a Luna, and he is going to catch up and almost certainly take over in farm. Like, he will be at that top spot. They've got to find him.
If they can find him.
Let's see what they can get. They're going to try and make the jump Kura. Again, Bo3, he just can never get the Who Stomps off. They're always able to stun him before there is a chance to pop it. Will-O-Wisp down as well. Dragging Tiger in. Bo3 trying to retreat, but he's swapped back by Kuro. Tiger as well getting low. Weehar's got the grab. See if we can get the kill. Finish off the first support. Also taking down Bo3. Insania with the Winter's Curse holding back the entire lineup of Nigma. But it ends. They're able to jump over and kill off Insania as well as Nigma will manage to say no to Liquid's gank. They're getting rid of them, pushing them back out of the jungle. They keep everybody alive, and this is one of the reasons Luna, if this game goes on, Miracle, he is going to be able to farm and get himself an item ahead of the enemy carries.
Yeah, he's, completely back, level 13. He's got, look at his HP now, too, because of this Pupil's Gift, too, if they do get the jumps on him. Without Strength Shards, he's 1,820 HP now. He can soak a lot of that one, but both times there, they get the stun onto Bo3 before he's able to get the initial setup.
No, Who Stomp, it's too long of a wind-up. He just can't get it off.
And then they, of course, were able to isolate and keep Taiga locked down throughout the majority, or pretty much the entirety of that fight, and just perfect positioning from that Will-O-Wisp from GH. That is like the dream location to fight, right? Not only is your Luna naturally just there, you have your Venge also there buffing everyone up, and it's just a cluster for every ult to connect perfectly. Exactly what they needed this game. Now they get themselves the lead, the gold lead back for the first time. Same thing with that experience.
And if Liquid cannot find these sort of pickoffs, that gold lead is only going to increase in Nigma's favor.
Yep.
They're just getting more and more for Miracle on the map. Ancients primed and stacked. That Manta style, very, very close. And once that there, he's going to be a very hard target to jump on. Availability of Manta dodging some of these very clearly displayed initiations. Already seen Bo3 struggle to get the Who Stomp off.
Insania. Oh, okay, there we go. They're able to clean him up before he does take the outpost. They take the one top though, so it will be a 1-for-1 again.
And I'm sure the more Orchid done on its way out for Quakefoot.
Okay.
And Mickey just a literal hammer off the BKB. I think Liquid, they sort of realised that making the moves as they are at this point in the game, they just not really they don't have the tools to fully commit into these fights. They've got to wait until they have these defensive items before they try for these plays.
Yeah, they can go for these type of kills onto GH, onto these squishier heroes, but EK and Luna are starting to get to the point of where they're very tanky and tough to kill, and there goes GH. The TPs though, can they get something out of it?
A triple TP reaction. They'll almost certainly get Bo3. He's got Stampede, but he's surrounded. He'll try for the TP out, but they've got many a way to cancel it. So sure, you dove a tower, you got GH, but you're losing Bo3. This is a trade again that Nigma are more than happy to take.
Yeah, in the meanwhile too, it's just Miracle farming the triangle continuously. Up to level 15, Mickey almost keeping at pace with him, at least in levels. The farm though, as we said, Luna always going to capitalize the most out of that. Miracle trying to get Taiga, could get the swap. Ooh.
Not quite in range. Very, very close to that. And the thing is, I think Nigma, they could just continue to play like this. As long as Miracle's farming, they're going to be feeling pretty comfortable with the way this game moves on.
middle tower is under attack.
A very strong 5-man with that. The glyph comes out, Weehaw. He keeps the creep alive, and he wants Mickey. Pushback is perfect.
He's got the reach, he's got the grab. The Winter's Curse will put a bit of a stop to the hold as Mickey's trying to run. The Stampede will help out. Will-O-Wisper's there. Jump ball from Mind Control. He's looking to commit onto Quoit for the stun's going to hold them in place. They're going to be able to set up for the two of them. Double kill for Weehaw. They'll find Tiger as well on the side of it all. As Nigma, they are just taking a huge lead right now. Insania beat down as well. The drafts today, well, at least in the game 2 and game 3 from Nigma, have been played perfectly. Miracle is getting massive on this Luna. It's only continuing, and Liquid there, it feels like they're just running against a brick wall. They cannot make anything happen in their favor.
Yeah, everything has come together for Nigma. They can just group up and go for the fights now and completely dismantle Liquid's entire plan that they had before because of how much that one fight really just one fight is really what turns it around here with this type of draft where you're playing around a Luna, as we've seen this hero get popularized a lot lately. Luna plus DK. We're back to these kind of metas where it's going to be a lot of these auras and these tanky kind of heroes that can group up and go.
Yeah, I mean that is what it is. Even if Liquid are able to get a jump, they don't really kill them that quickly. See if they can find anyone alone here. Chasing down, but Miracle and Kuro already on the retreat. Bo3, can he get the jump on Miracle? We'll find the Who's-Stone connection this time. Quoifer steps forward, Kuro swats him out to the side. Quoifer blinking in, trying to look towards Miracle, but they don't have any further control. They'll have to set up for Kuro. Kuro gets a wave of terror out, but he does still fall. Miracle's out, and now Mind Control. He's also found the jump onto Insania at the same time. Commits with the Dragon Tail. Insania tries to keep himself safe with the Cold Embrace, but the Illuminate for GH finishes him off. Mind Control finds another Dragon Tail onto Quoifer. Miracle steps to the Lucid Beam. Quoifer will manage to get the blink off in time, and Liquid, they're going to try and turn. BKB popped by Mickey. He's looking to commit onto Miracle, but Miracle's forced up to the high ground by GH, keeping him away from the Bloodseeker. Mickey tries to turn towards Mind Control, but he just doesn't have the damage. He's got to run. The BKB's ended. Nigma, they'll move on to the Bloodseeker. Telekinesis from Tiger holds Miracle in place. They do manage to burst him as Quaker from the backlines turns with a Sonic Wave. They've killed Miracle, but all in all, it's still Nigma with the big cleanup. If they don't quite manage to get Tiger there, who is able to TP out. But still a fight where Nigma, they're taking much more from Liquid than Liquid's taking from them. I mean, a bit of a sigh of relief for Liquid as they do kill Miracle, but all in all, it's still Nigma as a whole getting stronger this game.
Yeah, just great positioning from them to react to that fight. The swap perfect from Kuroki to get Miracle in a good position, and then they actually kited Mickey's entire BKB, like you mentioned. GH's four stab, pushing him on, pushing the Luna up onto the high ground. GH this time.
Just stick around a little too long, though. Back out on the map. Liquid will clean up GH. Quaker with that kill, pushing himself very close to the BKB. Very important in these fights, as we did see, Quaker, excellent read to at least be able to turn, hit Miracle from a mile off with that Sonic Wave to ensure that they're at least able to bring down the Luna with them. But he's still having to do it very defensively. Needs to have that BKB so he can commit without being... the Warrior being chain stunned. Mid lane, trying to cancel the blink with that wave.
That's the biggest thing too, is the chain stun, because it's not just that they have like a Venge stun, a DK stun and all that. They have the Coddle as well, who can just refresh the abilities again and chain stun the Quap over and over. So yeah, he has to play very careful.
And here comes the smoke. Weehaw, he's got all the tools, Blink, BKB and Box. He's ready to make a jump, and Boxy is on the front. He'll be found first. Nigma, they're trying to scout the backlines. Jump over from Weehaw. He's looking for Insania. Wants to eliminate the potential of a Winter's Curse.
Oh my.
He drags in the Wyvern, and Miracle, he celebrates there with an Eclipse. He's certainly dead, and they'll move into the Roshan now. Now, without the curse, contesting Roche is pretty hard for Liquid, especially against the full 5-man of Nigma. We saw Liquid make some good Roshan Aegis steals earlier. Can they pull it off yet again?
Sonic Wave in 5 seconds. You get the Rupture. Lift,
dragged him outside. Will-O-Wisper's there, only clips onto Tiger. Tiger is surrounded. They'll lose the Rubik swap as well from Kuro, able to bring Mickey into the fray. Puts the BKB Boxy, 2-man who stopped the Sonic Wave follow-up. Kuro's dead. They'll now try and chase down Mind Control Mickey. The BKB's about to end. He's got to be careful as we are moving in his own BKB, forcing Boxy to stampede away. The Flame Brain knocks him back. Quafer comes out with his first BKB reveal. Standing his ground, beating into Mind Control. Mind Control steps to the side outside of the Blood Bright, but the right clicks with Quafer. They're bringing him low, jump forward, and a final bit of burst will secure the kill on Mind Control. They also are able to pick off We Are as the rest of them have managed to push Nigma out of the pit. They didn't have their Wyvern, but they didn't need Insania. Just the few of them and that excellent start getting Weehaw ruptured and out of the pit, forcing Nigma to fight slightly in an area where they weren't entirely prepared for. Has now caused Nigma to have to invest more resources. They have to use the Weehaw buyback. They really do not want to let this Roshan go.
Weehaw, he has BKB back up. They were pinging him, not looking to try to go for him again there. Yeah, good fight for Liquid. The way they positioned themselves there on that high ground, dancing around.
Able to close a little bit of that net worth difference. Obviously, they themselves did also expend buybacks. Both Tiger and Bo3 buying back. But it's done what they intended to do. It's push Nigma away from the Roshan pit. Roshan will still stand for now.
No Sonic Wave for 45 seconds, though. No Stampede for 30. Same thing, though, on Nigma. They don't have their ultimates either for about the same exact amount of time. Both look like they're going to back away. Wait for those to come back up before they look for the clash. Weehaw going to dress, push out bottom. And Spider Leg's bad. It's really scary. Not only can he Firefly dodge everything, but he can also Spider Leg and move in to catch you too. Both of them just standing around that Roche pit.
All around this pit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It is obviously a lot harder for Liquid to take down Roche, but they do have everyone alive with their ults. They do have very good fights still around that enclosed area. Saying it each and every time, if he can get the curses off, which has been hard because Nigma, for the most part, have done a very good job of just trying to find the Wyvern at the start of the fights. We are always looking for the wraparound to get rid of that Insania potential.
Interesting. They gave Miracle the quickening charm.
All right.
2.2 second Lucent Beam. His Manta is lower cooldown as well. Maybe just a split push with the Manta and he's going to swap it in every time it's off cooldown or something. I don't know.
Maybe it was a bit low and he was just holding for the HP regen. He's going to swap back out. I don't know. We'll see. Mid lane, swap back. They managed to find Bo3. He tries to use the Stampede to escape, but he's too deep. Bo3 goes down. Sonic Wave comes out from Quakeface. It's not going to finish anyone off as Nigma won't lose anyone. Mind Control. He's still looking at the opportunity of chasing this down. He's going to have Blink back up in a few seconds. Insania running down the mid. Move forward from Weehaw. They're going in deep. They've got the lockdown. Jump forward with the Dragon Tail. They'll clean up Insania as well. 2 kills for Nigma, and that should give them the pass to get into the Roshan pit.
And that was, I mean, it's so painful when you use Sonic Wave like this in this type of game at the pace that it's going. Now you're going to have 90 seconds when you can't make aggressive moves because you need that burst potential really to take any type of fight. This is big go time here for Nigma these next 2 minutes. And they're going to have an Aegis to boot on top of it.
No trouble at all taking this Roche down. And already we're seeing the issues of Liquid's lineup trying to burst these heroes once. Now they've got to do it twice. Miracle has the Aegis.
Oh, and as at the full butterfly too, I believe. And he's got the full butterfly up over on his courier.
They're not near any sort of true strike this game.
Yep. And now he's got the Dragon Lance, he's got the Grove Bow, and he's got Avenge. So this Luna is, Luna's not really your typical ranged hero, but now with all that pushed up, she's going to be at that super far range to be able to get that building siege that much easier. And to keep her distance from her teammates versus that Winter's Curse, because again, potentially 5 ranged heroes on the side of Nigma once they pop DK form versus Winter's Curse. He can split them up. They can split up pretty decently on the siege.
Proven to be a very difficult game for Insania to find the opportunity to curse him.
Yeah. What item did I just see picked up? I saw something important.
Paladin
Sword. Yeah, there we go. So, Grove Bow gone. Paladin Sword for Miracle. That'll be very nice for him to stand his ground versus a Bloodseeker. On top of that butterfly, he is extremely powerful now.
And Nigma, they've got to be feeling very confident right now. We've seen many times with this Luna lineup, they get to this point, they win the game. You know what I mean? When Miracle is this far ahead, the games have been relatively easy for Nigma to close out. So Liquid, they've got a huge challenge on their hands right now.
Yeah, and Nigma also has a GH who's 11,000 net worth that we did point out earlier how much he was farming, but with this Philosopher's Stone on top of him pushing all the waves, he is tremendous. A Lotus Orb, Blink, a Force Staff, So much save potential for his buddies.
Oh, they're trying to go, but mind control, he's going to get the jump first. Straight down to Mickey. Mickey will be caught in brace for now. Commitment from Weehaw with the lasso onto Insania again, trying to stop any chance from Insania getting a single spell off, and it will work. They kill off the Wyvern. Insania is dead. Miracle falling low the once, but he still has that Aegis. Is he even going to lose it? He will. Quiteful will be able to poke it out of him. But Liquid, they've lost both of their supports. Bo3 also getting knocked back by the Flame Break. He'll die as well outside of the base. They lost the Aegis, but they took so much from Liquid. 3 kills and a lot of space to step up to the high ground onto the tier 3. None of these heroes with buyback available either, as Quakefor and Mickey will struggle to defend this middle set as Nigma take the tier 3. They're onto the racks, and they are just getting closer and closer to being able to close up this game 3 and take the series.
Yep, they're at critical mass. They're at the pretty much the strongest point they need to be in this game to be able to just close it up. Kuroki constantly looking for the swaps into the DK stuns. Look at My Control standing right on top of him, waiting for that swap insta-stun.
2 sets of racks. Very easily done. I mean, yeah, each time anyone steps out of the fountain, Kuro's eyeing them up.
Yeah, and there's, like we mentioned, there's just so much stun, and then the chakra, and then the stun again, also from Kuroki, since it refreshes it all the way down to 0. Yeah, it's tough for Liquid.
And it's just, yeah, Nigma, Miracle with the Luna. It just seems to be such a winning combination. Yeah, you got to remember the start as well. It was a game where it was a bit of a clown fiesta down on the bottom lane. And Miracle died about 4 times in the lane, but it doesn't matter. As long as they're able to keep the game going, make sure the Miracle has time to hit the jungle. He just farms so quickly on Luna compared to what seems to be anyone else in the game. You know, regardless of what carry you have on the other side and what they're building, you're just not going to be able to farm as much as a Luna that's been given this space.
Yeah, and that's why you do see GH have that high a net worth, right? Because his job this game was just push lanes out, push lanes out, push lanes out, so that the Luna can sit in the jungle. That's why we talked about earlier how they were showing all 3 lanes, just making sure that he could hit the jungle and catch back up.
Miracle 20k net worth, Butterfly Satanic, he's pushing up. They do manage to get the jump, and they're finding Insania each and every time. Perfect target prioritization from Nigma in these fights. Miracle, get the burst on Miracle. Miracle does go down. Could this be the beginning of a turnaround? They're over towards Mind Control. Mind Control silence. Magic Missile out onto him. Mickey. Right, will catch on to the DK. He's trying to get on top of GH, chasing him down, but Mickey's got nothing left in the tank. He'll go down. So they kill Miracle, but they need so much more. Tiger uses the big swapped out to the low ground. There's a buyback. Mickey's trying to chase them down here. He's looking to get on top of Weehaw. Weeha's got the Firefly going. Mickey's got to be careful. Still no BKB for 40 seconds. Finally, a curse is able to come out from Insania. Will catch the 2 of them into the double daggers. They do kill off Weehaw. They try for Mind Control. He goes for the TP out. He's going to die in the base. Mind Control falls. Liquid, they do manage to hold. They have to commit with the 2 buybacks, but it's so worth it. As there's 4 dead on Nigma. He's dead for 100 seconds as he does not have buyback available. If Liquid are able to run it down a lane here, they could actually do a bit of damage to Nigma's structures.
Middle tower has fallen.
All lanes pushing in though. It's going to be tough for them. Try to maximize. It looks like they're going to at least grab the bounty runes to get that little jump of gold there. But yeah, they got Miracle. They caught him off guard. He did not get his Satanic off. He got actually controlled before he was able to get any of that healing. Still cost them 2 buybacks to push Nigma out, and they still are under extreme structural damage. But it's something.
Well, they protect that top lane. They stop themselves from getting megaed. They'll live to see another day. But it may still be the last day for Liquid. We'll see what they can do. Still a 50-second window, no Batrider.
Okay. Quakefor actually goes and buys a full AC, it looks like, I believe. He had, I think, MKB. He had something else queued up for a second, but no, he's gone for this item. This is a good approach to at least lower down that heavy physical damage that's coming up from Nigma, and now they have a way to push.
And the important thing as well, taking the time, getting his 25.
He's got 25.
Getting the 25, getting the fear.
Almost there.
So close, just needs a creep wave and he'll have it. And that fear, you know, late game 25 quap is pretty terrifying. If he's able to sort of catch out Miracle again, like they, as we've seen, they already have been able to do so a few times, get in there with that fear. That extra second or so can make all the difference, allowing you to burst him down and wasting time after he's maybe already popped the Satanic.
Yeah. Kuroki level 18 though, and we will probably, I mean, Kuroki in that one, he was pretty aggressively stepped forward. He didn't have his swap to save. I think he'll probably be a little more cautious after Miracle does get burst down that last time.
We're just trying to get back on, keeping all the lanes shoved in.
GH number 2 net worth on his team, by the way.
Standard. GH things, you know, it really has been GH's tournament.
He actually really has been owning. Oh,
in every game.
Full refresher. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay. This is gonna make the fight a lot harder. Oh, and a spell prism. Who's gonna take that one?
Oh, who is gonna take that one?
Probably the Bat Rider, I'd imagine.
Yeah, you're right. Very good on the bat.
Yeah. Just because he also has his own.
Bo3, always quick to react.
Oh,
very quick to react. Very, very quick. Very quick from Bo3 then, as he's out.
Radiant's middle tower.
How long did our Roche? 15 seconds, we'll find out. They popped their DK form as well as the Will-O-Wisp. This is a, by the way, this is the Ags DK that he had before.
He's on the cliff. He's on the cliff. But he's
Ags
also,
DK, who cares?
Yeah, he's going to be off the cliff. The power of the Aghanims, the power of the big black dragon. Mind control doesn't care where you try and toss him. He'll start turning and beating you down. Quite for pops the BKB, jumps to the back line, trying to push them away with the fear. Mind control has been silenced. The last was there onto Quite. He's still got the BKB. Should be able to blink away, and he will. He's off to the side. Curses out, holding Miracle back on the giving space for them to focus on Kuro. The pot Stampede, they still have to get out of there. Another Will-O-Wisp is out and down. Mickey falling low. They've lost the Bloodseeker. Mickey's gone. Bo3 as well. These are the kills that Nigma needs to close up this game. A card embrace will not keep this quap safe at all. As GG is called, the 3 cores dead without a buyback. This game is over, and this series as a whole is done. Nigma will take the victory here, 2-1 against Liquid. The game 2, the Meepo lineup, it was excellent, and here in game 3, they got that solid opening once again. The Luna Venge that they're so comfortable with, and I'm pretty sure at least at this land they're unbeaten with. They're just winning every single time with these miracle drafts around the Luna.